बात करते हैं, कभी रहमान जैसे खिलाड़ियों को खरीदने की बात करते हैं। ये देश में अब नहीं चलेगा, इन गद्दारों की देश में कोई जगह नहीं रहेगी, ये मैं कहना चाहता हूं।
Spiritual gurus also slammed Shah Rukh Khan, calling for Rahman's omission from the team.
जिस व्यक्ति की KKR टीम है, उस व्यक्ति को हीरो बनाने में इस भारत का रोल है, बहुसंख्यक हिंदुओं का रोल है। क्या उनके साथ बिल्कुल भी संवेदना नहीं है? तो हम उन्हें याद दिला रहे हैं कि आप हिंदुस्तान में रहते हैं, आप हिंदुस्तान में ही IPL है और IPL की ही एक टीम है, और उस टीम में आप जो है एक बांग्लादेशी क्रिकेटर को ला रहे हैं जहां हिंदू सरेआम काटे मारे जलाए जा रहे हैं। तो आपको संवेदना याद करनी है, आपको संवेदना हिंदुओं के साथ रखनी है। इसलिए हम कह रहे हैं IPL में कोई बांग्लादेशी नहीं खेलेगा।
शाहरुख खान का चरित्र क्या है? चरित्र ही नहीं उसका, निरंतर उसके रुख देशद्रोही रहे हैं।
The opposition has swiftly hit back.
शाहरुख खान के बारे में इस तरह की बात करना उचित नहीं है। शाहरुख खान ने कितनी ऐसी फिल्में बनाई है जो जिसका देशभक्ति से सीधा संबंध रहा है, और वो माने हुए जाने हुए विश्वव्यापी उनकी विख्यात है, वो मशहूर है। वो वैसे कलाकार के बारे में इस तरह की घटिया बात कहना उचित नहीं है।
War of words continue with no end to violence in Bangladesh, a continued wave of political jibes. Bureau Report, NDTV.
We're joined by BJP leader Sangeet Som, who has stoked this controversy. Mr. Som, thank you so much for joining us. आप शाहरुख खान को selectively टारगेट क्यों कर रहे हैं, जबकि देश में ऐसे काफ़ी अभिनेता हैं, सेलिब्रिटीज़ हैं, जिन्होंने बांग्लादेश में रह रहे हिंदू पे अत्याचार जो हो रहे हैं उस पर बात नहीं की है, लेकिन आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ शाहरुख खान की बात कर रहे हैं, उनको गद्दार कह रहे हैं। माना कि KKR उनकी टीम है, लेकिन हर प्लेयर का सिलेक्शन तो वो करते नहीं है ना।
आप मेरी समझ में एक बात नहीं आ रही, आप एक ही बात पे क्यों अड़े? अगर गद्दारी शाहरुख खान करेगा तो नाम किसका लेंगे? आप एक ही नाम पे, आप क्यों शाहरुख खान पे, आपके इतनी शाहरुख खान के प्रति इतनी सिंपैथी क्यों है आप में? नहीं, आप केवल एक बात पे, अरे आपने एक बार भी
गद्दार कह रहे हैं, वो देश के सबसे बड़े सुपरस्टार हैं।
तो किसी और नहीं, किसी बॉलीवुड में किसी,
बॉलीवुड में कितने कम लोगों ने बांग्लादेश में हो रहे,
फिलहाल किसी ने कोई इस तरीके की हरकत नहीं
बहुत
की है।
कम लोगों ने बोला है सर, तो आप शाहरुख खान को सिलेक्टिवली अटैक क्यों कर रहे हैं?
किया है ये केवल शाहरुख खान ने किया इस टाइम पे, और जो करेगा वो शाहरुख खान।
ऐसे तो किसी ने भी नहीं बोला है, बहुत कम लोगों ने बोला है इसके बारे में। अच्छा, ये बताइए कि ऑपोजिशन कह रही है कि आप सिर्फ अटेंशन ग्रैब करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, आपको लाइमलाइट में रहने की आदत है, इसीलिए आप ऐसे भाषण, आप ऐसे स्टेटमेंट्स दे रहे हैं।
मैंने ही नहीं, बहुत लोगों को आप सुन रहे होंगे।
नहीं, आपके स्तर का तो बहुत कम लोग हैं जो ऐसे बोले हैं, लेकिन शाहरुख खान एक ग्लोबल एम्बेसडर रह चुके हैं मिस्टर सोम, और वो एक सेल्फ मेड सुपरस्टार हैं। इनकी पत्नी जो है वो हिंदू है, उनके फादर एक फ्रीडम फाइटर हैं, उन्होंने काफ़ी पेट्रियाटिक मूवीज़ की हैं, स्वदेश से लेके चक दे, पूरा देश उनको चाहता है। आप उनको गद्दार कह रहे हैं, इसका मतलब ये कि आप पूरे देश को इंसल्ट कर रहे हैं।
देखिए मैं फिर मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, शाहरुख खान ही नहीं, हर वो गद्दार जो देश के साथ गद्दारी करे, चाहे वो कोई भी हो, चाहे वो कोई शाहरुख खान हो, चाहे रामपाल हो, चाहे राम हो या कोई हो, जो देश के साथ गद्दारी करे उससे ये सब वापस ले लेना चाहिए।
Okay, completely in disagreement with what Mr. Som is saying, but thank you so much for joining us. We're also joined by Rahul Ishwar in just a bit. We have Sanjay Jha. We also have spiritual leader Devki Nandan Thakur, who has also endorsed this attack on Shah Rukh Khan. Sanjay Jha, to you first. I mean, it's really very upsetting because Shah Rukh Khan is an icon, and it's not that, you know, he owns KKR, but not that every player is selected by him. Why do issues like nationalism and identity get so deeply connected with what religion we belong to?
Vasudha, firstly, congratulations to you for asking the tough questions of Mr. Som. Very few anchors do that. I mean, fundamentally, these are all statements that are being made with a clear purpose of looking at benefiting politically by creating further religious polarization. It's pretty straightforward. We are witnessing what's going on in the country, right? attacks against the Christians during Christmas, now including the Northeast people living in different parts of India, and of course the Muslims who continue to be lynched and brutally marginalized. So this has become the story of the new India under the BJP. Now, as far as the accusations or attack against Shah Rukh Khan is concerned, he's a popular actor, probably the most popular actor India has seen since Rajesh Khanna and Amitabh Bachchan. And I think people are right? Because in a world of identity politics, Shah Rukh will always remain a low-hanging fruit. He's the easy fall guy. You attack Shah Rukh Khan, you're going to get into the limelight, you're going to get your spotlight, you'll get your 10 seconds of fame. Let's look at 2 points. I've been part of the cricket establishment many years ago, so I can tell you that. Why hasn't the BCCI or the ICC said that no Bangladesh player will be involved in any auctions of any league teams until Bangladesh has whatever democratic credentials or whatever they're expecting? I mean, Mr. Som should ask this question of Mr. Jai Shah, who's the son of Mr. Amit Shah, who's the Minister of Home Affairs. Ask the fundamental question to your own government, Mr. Som, because they are the ones who have legalized the buying and selling of players from different countries. Pakistan is no longer part of the mix. Bangladesh is.
That's an important point, Sanjay. I'll just come back to you. We also have Rahul Ishwar. Rahul, you know, there are very important points that Sanjay Jha has made. You also heard Sangeet Som. Players are chosen for their skill, not nationality or religion. Rahman was brought in because he was a top performer. We have to send out a message to Bangladesh. Does that mean that we actually castigate Shah Rukh Khan, who's been our biggest global ambassador?
Vasudha, I'm a huge fan of Shah Rukh Khan. We are all, real great admirers of him. Having said that, in Bangladesh, there is a sensitive situation unfolding. Let us be mindful of the situation in Bangladesh where one Hindu was burned alive, another Hindu was attacked, even though their government is claiming something else. So there has been an attack on minorities. And Sanjay Jha and myself, we both value Mahatma Gandhi, who even at the time of partition said the Bangladeshi Hindus and Sikhs needs to be taken care because there was a sensitive situation at that point of time too. So like Arun Jaitley once pointed out, celebrities need to have a thick skin. People from all spectrum may be airing their point of view, disagreeing with them. Of course, we all agree that the choice of words could have been better. But at the same point of time, the celebrities need to be thick-skinned. There will be different shades of opinion from right, left,
calling
and
somebody
center.
a Gaddar doesn't mean that, he has to take it, right? This is a man who has done so much for this country, has made one of the best movies that we've watched. My generation grew up on Shah Rukh Khan movies. Why should he even take an insult? It's not an insult. It's, calling somebody Gaddar is really, I think it's probably the most anti-national act that you can do because you're calling a fellow Indian Gaddar.
I know. My name is Rahul. Rahul ka naam aapne zarur suna hoga. So, we are all admirers of Shah Rukh Khan. I don't think anybody in their right mind, even some BJP leaders have pointed out that these kind of statements have their own context of maybe staying in the limelight. These are the words by BJP leaders themselves. So I don't think that we should take one-off comments, but there is a sensitive situation. For example, Pakistani players had an issue in coming and playing here because bilateral issues do matter. For example, Russia versus Ukraine or Russia versus Ukraine is unfolding. Russian players had some issues in international forum. The West nations, did boycott them. So always geopolitics is closely tied with soft power. So these are some things we cannot be unmindful of. Yes, Shah Rukh Khan is our greatest star. I don't think anybody will say that Shah Rukh Khan is known to be a pluralist. Shah Rukh Khan's wife is a Hindu. Their family is a very pluralistic one. At the same point of time, mindful sensitivities should be there. And things like Bangladesh unfolding in India, they will create some kind of reactions. So a person like Shah Rukh Khan should be mindful. And just one thing, look at Amir Khan. Amir Khan was extending an olive branch to even, right-wingers when he was engaging, he was acknowledging some issues with PK. So people like Amir Khan has shown us a way where you can have conciliation. But this is just blackmail.
No, you want the actors to talk to you and hence you do this. Rahul Ishwar, it is an important point that you're making. We're also joined by Devki Nandan Thakur, who has also been endorsing Sangeet Som's views. Mr. Thakur, thank you so much हमसे बात करने के लिए. आपसे ये पहला सवाल, शाहरुख खान पर इतने सवाल आप क्यों उठा रहे हैं? ऐसा तो नहीं कि वो सारे प्लेयर्स की सिलेक्शन करते हैं और जो बांग्लादेश में हो रहा है वो उसकी जिम्मेदारी उनकी है. आप उनको कटघरे में क्यों खड़ा कर रहे हैं?
आप ये समझिए, बांग्लादेश में कितने हिंदू मारे जा रहे हैं. न सिर्फ जवान मारे जा रहे हैं, बूढ़े मारे जा रहे हैं. वहां बूढ़े ही नहीं मारे जा रहे, बच्चे मारे जा रहे हैं. 6-6 साल की 7-7 साल की बच्चियां जलाई जा रही हैं. और जिस व्यक्ति की KKR टीम है, उस व्यक्ति को हीरो बनाने में इस भारत का रोल है, बहुसंख्यक हिंदुओं का रोल है। क्या उनके साथ बिल्कुल भी संवेदना नहीं है? केकेआर के मालिकों की बिल्कुल संवेदना नहीं है हिंदुओं के साथ, जिंदा जलने वाले बच्चों के साथ उनकी कोई संवेदना नहीं है। वो संवेदनशील हो सकते हैं, हम नहीं। तो हम उन्हें याद दिला रहे हैं कि आप हिंदुस्तान में रहते हैं, आप हिंदुस्तान में ही आईपीएल है और आईपीएल की ही एक टीम है, और उस टीम में आप जो है एक बांग्लादेशी क्रिकेटर को ला रहे हैं जहां हिंदू सरेआम काटे मारे जलाए जा रहे हैं। तो आपको संवेदना याद करनी है, आपको संवेदना हिंदुओं के साथ रखनी है। इसलिए हम कह रहे हैं आईपीएल में कोई बांग्लादेशी नहीं खेलेगा।
मिस्टर ठाकुर, लेकिन इसमें जो खिलाड़ी जिसको केकेआर ने खरीदा है उसका क्या दोष है? हम बीसीसीआई से रिक्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं कि वो इसमें एक टफ पोजीशन ले सकता है, लेकिन शाहरुख खान की इसमें क्या गलती है और क्या ये मैटर सॉल्व हो सकता है? आप अपने आप में से एक इंडियन को गद्दार कह रहे हैं, इससे क्या सोल्यूशन निकलेगा?
क्या नहीं, आप नहीं जानते हैं? उस धर्म का हर व्यक्ति अपने धन में से कुछ न कुछ धन निकाल के कहीं देता है। ये आप जानते हैं कि नहीं जानते? और वो क्या हो रहा है? हिंदुओं की हत्या बांग्लादेश में कौन कर रहा है? वही कट्टरपंथी तो कर रहे हैं।
तो ऐसा
अरे
तो
भाई, चाहे यूं भोजन करो या यूं
ऐसा तो नहीं कि शाहरुख खान
भोजन तो भोजन ही है ना।
नहीं, ऐसे एक्सट्रीमिस्ट एलिमेंट्स को फंड कर रहे हैं, इसका कोई सबूत भी नहीं है।
ना कि रुपए देंगे। हमें तो उनकी भावना पर भी डाउट हो रहा है कि इतने ऐसे खिलाड़ी को 9 करोड़ रुपया
नहीं, पर वो टॉप परफॉर्मर है ना सर, इसलिए उनको लिया गया था, उनको खरीदा गया था। आईपीएल का फॉर्मेट ऐसा है कि वो टॉप परफॉर्मर है, इसलिए उनको केकेआर ने खरीदा है।
क्या बात कर रहे हो आप? तो ये सोचना पड़ेगा, हम सबको सोचना पड़ेगा और उनको समझना होगा कि हिंदुओं की जो संवेदना है, हिंदुओं की जो भावना है, उसे ठेस पहुंचाने का काम केकेआर मैनेजमेंट न करे। ये हम आपके चैनल के माध्यम से कह रहे हैं।
नहीं मिस्टर ठाकुर, आप डिविजन्स पैदा करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। संजय झा, हाउ आर आईपीएल टीम selections even made? Help us understand what role do co-owners like Shah Rukh Khan even play in acquisition of players?
I want to make 2 points and answer your question very quickly, Vasudha. Look at the hypocrisy of the BJP and their supporters. Pahalgam, there is a brutal massacre of our fellow Indians. Operation Sindoor is on. But the Modi government was okay with playing cricket with Pakistan during the Asia Cup. After all the bravado and, we will not, blood and water don't mix. We played cricket with Pakistan. Can you believe that? I mean, it was the ultimate.
On that also, I think that sports does act as a bridge in times of diplomatic tension. So my view in that is, we did the right thing then, we should be doing the right thing now, and we cannot be calling one of us.
Fair enough. I'm just exposing to you that what's sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. I agree with you. Totally. My second point, that end of day, the question of the Hindus are being attacked in a very radicalized Bangladesh is a known fact. People have been killed. People have been lynched. Whose responsibility is it to make sure that the Hindus are safe, the minorities are safe? Does everybody realize that the Narendra Modi government's foreign policy on Bangladesh has been a disaster? Under the Congress, East Pakistan became Bangladesh. Under Narendra Modi, Bangladesh is becoming like East Pakistan. It's a failure. It's a disaster. Let me make the third point to your question. The players who come in the pool for auction are released by the BCCI and the IPL Governing Council. And it is majority owned, or rather run, by the members of the BJP. Jai Shah happens to be the most powerful political figure. All these people who are agitated need to go to Mr. Amit Shah and say, well, do something about it. End of day, he is bidding for a player based on their cricketers' likely predicted skills and, hopefully delivered for the KKR team.
Okay.
That's got nothing to do with religion as they're trying to mix it.
Okay.
I heard somebody comment that the money he gets is obscene and therefore needs to be investigated. We are entering into a field of absolutely gross absurdity at this moment.
Rahul Ishwar, so what are the broader societal impacts when sports and communal identities become so interlinked? Because, personally, it's been quite upsetting to see words like traitors being used for icons, and they should not be used for anybody, who's a fellow Indian. We have to stay one to fight the forces that are acting against us, isn't it?
Vasudha ji, let me be very honest. Sanjay sir also knows that I'm a Hindu right-wing activist for the past 20 years. Having said that, there are shades of, I would say, extra strong, some people call them ultra, shades of a right-leaning opinion. I am absolutely sure people like, say, Jai Shah or Amit Shah or Modi ji will never share this kind of opinion nor use such words, whereas, they have been actively making relations with Bollywood. But having said that, there is a shade of opinion and there is a shade of sensitivity also involved. Let us discount that particular word. I don't think a person like Shah Rukh Khan, who made Phir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani and 100 other movies which invokes great patriotism in us, should be used that word. But at the same point of time, there is a situation unfolding in Bangladesh. That's a very real situation and we need to be mindful of it. And naturally, the shades of right will have their own opinion regarding this. I don't think, Sangeet Som ji, of course, was a BJP MLA, but even the mainstream BJP leaders will never go to such an extent because Modi ji has been trying for a Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas kind of a line. Even though Sanjay sir said about Christmas attack, Modi ji has been going to a church. So there has been a statesmanly approach, especially from the leadership of the BJP party. But having said that, it has not trickled down to the ground level is also a reality we cannot deny. So Shah Rukh Khan will always remain our icon, but there may be shades of such opinion. But I think the way ahead is what Amir Khan did. Give an olive branch, engage with the right or engage with the various shades of right and take it forward for a consensus.
Right. Mr. Thakur is still with us. Mr. Thakur, आप कब से विरोध कर रहे हैं इस बात का, लेकिन ये बताइए कि आपको क्या लगता है कि इस कंट्रोवर्सी का एंड क्या होगा? आपको क्या लगता है कि जो आप चाहते हैं वो हो जाएगा? क्योंकि ऑपोजिशन का कहना है कि ये सब आप इसलिए कर रहे हैं आप लोग क्योंकि आपको अटेंशन की जरूरत है।
सनातनी इसका भरचोर प्रयास करेंगे और सनातनी इसका विरोध करेंगे और ये सनातनियों का अधिकार है। संवैधानिक जितने भी हमें मौलिक अधिकार मिले हैं उनका प्रयोग करेंगे और हम केकेआर टीम का विरोध तब तक नहीं करेंगे जब तक केकेआर हमारा बात को समझ न ले। अगर उन्होंने उस क्रिकेटर को निकाल दिया तो इट्स ओके, यू कैन डू योर वर्क, हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। जिसका नाम आप ले रहे हो उस व्यक्ति से हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आईपीएल से हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, हमें पूरे केकेआर टीम से कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। हमें एकमात्र प्रॉब्लम है बांग्लादेश के एक क्रिकेटर से, जो क्रिकेटर उस देश से आता है जहां मेरे हिंदू बच्चे जलाए जा रहे हैं, मारे जा रहे हैं, बहन बेटियों की अस्मता हरण किया जा रहा है, 6-7 साल की बच्चियों को जिंदा जलाया जा रहा है। अगर इसके बावजूद भी अगर किसी की भावना नहीं जगती है तो हम क्या करें? हम मरते रहें? हम अपने जमीर को मार लें क्या इन लोगों की तरह? हम जीवित नहीं है क्या?
ठीक है, अगर केकेआर ने उस व्यक्ति, उस खिलाड़ी को नहीं निकालता है केकेआर, तो फिर आप क्या करेंगे?
मैं बताता हूं आपको। जो वर्ल्ड कप हुआ वो पूरे विश्व के क्रिकेट का एक प्रोग्राम है, एक मंच है, ठीक है ना? उसका काम है, उसका एम है कि वर्ल्ड के टॉप मोस्ट टीम को पूरी दुनिया को बताना। एम आई राइट या रॉन्ग?
यस,
पक्का। लेकिन जो आईपीएल है वो आईपीएल है भारत के बच्चों को आगे वो स्टेज देना, उन्हें प्रमोट करना और उन्हें भारत विश्व लेवल पे जाके खिलाना। एम आई राइट या रॉन्ग?
बट देवकीनंदन जी, आप यहाँ सवाल उठा रहे हैं, लेकिन क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप जब हुआ था तो उस पर तो आपने सवाल नहीं उठाया था। इनफैक्ट पाकिस्तान के साथ तो हमारी और बड़ी लड़ाई है, तो उस पर तो उस टाइम तो आपने सवाल नहीं उठाए थे।
अगर तुम्हें मनमानी करनी है तो उसके लिए उनको कहो, मैं केकेआर मैनेजमेंट को, कि पहले हम जैसों को मार दे, उसके बाद में ऐसी क्रिकेट टीम बनाए। और जब तक हम जीवित रहेंगे हम बोलते रहेंगे, हम अपने देश, अपने हिंदुत्व, अपने सनातन इसके पक्ष में खड़े रहेंगे, चाहे सामने अपोजिशन में कोई क्यों ना हो। आई डोंट केयर। राधे श्याम।
Okay, Mr. Thakur, thank you so much for joining us on NDTV. Rahul Ishwar, your thoughts?
Devikinandan ji, pranam to you. But I genuinely believe as a Hindu right-wing activist, we should tone down our rhetoric. Yes, sensitivity is there. What you said regarding Bangladeshi Hindus, we all share the pain. And I was one of the 9 people that Bangladeshi ISKCON tagged when they were complaining to UN and Narendra Modi ji tagging them. So as one of them, I have gotten in touch with them. We were offering all the kind of support we can. Yeah, but there are some lines, and the first comment regarding stereotyping our Muslim brothers is not right. That is not the line we should do. We should have some kind of a sensitivity, a concern sense as a middle ground. Yes, our sensitivities as a Hindu, I am hurt because what is happening in Bangladesh is hurtful for all of us. At the same point of time, we should not alienate Indian Muslims. At the end of the day, Indian Muslim is more important than a Bangladeshi Hindu for us. That is our nationalism. Bangladeshi Hindus are absolutely important, but at the end of the day, Indian Muslims are more important to us than Bangladeshi Hindus. We should have that in mind. And these protests, we should be mindful. I think Devidyanandanji also meant so, minus some of the harsh words he has said. The spirit of the thing is, there is a issue unfolding
Rahul,
in our...
I do think that all of us need to talk about the attacks on Hindus
Correct.
in Bangladesh, but we cannot be deriding our Muslim brothers here because this has no connection. Mr. Shah, your closing remarks, sir.
Well, let me tell you, I think Rahul has put it very eloquently. And thank you, Rahul, for speaking like a true secular citizen of this country. You know, I think, Vasudha, I want to also tell you that you have conducted this program with great finesse. This is sensitive. I understand that. I understand that people are very upset over what happened to our fellow Hindu who got very brutally killed there. Absolutely understandable. The point that we need to understand is that we need to keep our house in order. This kind of vicious, malicious campaign against the minorities in this country needs to stop with immediate effect. Vasudha, I don't know whether you have read about it, but there is concerns now in the United States of America, where so many Indian Americans live, that now the entire MAGA, kind of mob is likely to target a lot of Indians living there. Can you imagine? I mean, there are very dangerous times we are living in. There is a lot of hate, there is a lot of racism, and we should be extremely concerned about these developments. Can you imagine people who have settled in America, who have contributed to that country's growth? Indian Americans are amongst the most successful in the United States, and they could be increasingly targeted in violent attacks if we are not careful.
Absolutely.
And these are things we need to be really talking about. Absolutely. I'm really deeply concerned with the anger, the vitriol, the vehemence, the rhetoric, which I think is now getting seriously out of hand.
Just to repeat, we all want the attacks on Bangladeshi Hindus to be talked about. We want to raise them on every platform possible, not just diplomatically, because this is an issue of human rights. It's a social issue now. But when an icon gets singled out for a decision routinely taken across leagues and teams, that's when it raises that uncomfortable question: is this about patriotism, or is it just about who is an easy target? Thank you so much, Sanjay Shah. Thank you, Rahul Ishwar, for joining us on this broadcast. Well, in Bangladesh, after the lynching of Deepu Das and the murder of Amrit Mondal, yet another incident of violence against a Hindu man has emerged. This in Bangladesh. A man named Khokon Das was attacked on the 31st of December. Khokon Das was attacked on his way back home. He was attacked with sharp weapons. He was set on fire by a mob and he was left badly injured. He survived by jumping into a pond. Police have now identified 2 suspects and a search is on to arrest them.
কেহরবাঙ্গা ওষুধের দোকান বিকাশের দোকান বন্ধ করে বাড়িতে আইছে বাড়িতে মনে করেন বাড়ির গাড়ায় পেট্রোল দিয়ে আগুন দিয়েছে গায়ে সাইডে কোপ দিছে পেটের ইঠি বাইরে গেছে মাথায় কোপ দিছে জানি না দাদা এর বিচার চাই আমার স্বামী নিরীহ কেউ একটা ঠগাইয়া মানুষ না দোকানদারি করে বাড়িতে আহে আবার দোকানে যায় কেউ লগে ৬৭ বানাও করে না
Tyagi, my colleague who's reporting from Dhaka, has been sending us very insightful reports, joins us now. Ankit, the violence doesn't seem to settle down. What is really happening there? Is there complete lawlessness? And what is happening to the safety and security of the Hindu population there?
Well, we are reporting at this moment from outside the Dhaka Medical College and Hospital. You will see the main entrance gate behind me, and for an Indian journalist at this moment, not very conducive to go inside. We did in fact try to go and I went to the reception emergency gate and try and inquire about the current status of Khokon Das, the man who was he's in the series of attacks that have taken place against minorities, especially the Hindus. The place where he lives, Shariatpur, is about 150 kilometers from Dhaka. It's a 2-hour drive. What we know is when the entire world was, all set to welcome the new year, it was last night. He is the owner of a small medical shop there. And after, shuttering down his shop, he was on his way home when a few people attacked him. First, he was stabbed, and then when he recognized two of the assailants, he was petrol was put on him, and he was lit on fire. In order to save himself, he jumped in a pond near the attack, where the place where he was attacked, and it was the locals who raised, their voices, and only then he was able to come out of that pond, and then was taken to the local hospital, where after the first aid, he was sent to this hospital because his situation remains to be in critical condition. He is in the intensive care unit. His wife is also inside. I tried to speak to her at this moment. She's not in a position to speak. We will, in fact, later try and get a reaction from her as well on what's happening. The police is trying to paint this as a case of dacoity, as people, those who were trying to steal the money that he was getting from his shop and going to, in fact, his residence. But the fact is that why suddenly will this be, will he be on the target? And the other big question is, the police says that they have identified two assailants and they are at this moment trying to, in fact, arrest them. Raids are being conducted, but it is, whether it is a dacoity or not, but it is indeed a very serious systemic problem that Bangladesh is facing at this moment, with Hindus being attacked. This is the fourth such attack since the time that I have come here, from Deepu Chand Das to now Kokun Das, and it also signifies the failure of the Yunus administration to try and curb these attacks.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ankit Tyagi, for joining us with those details. Kokun Das is the fourth Hindu who has been attacked very badly in Bangladesh, even as the latest spate of violence continues, and Ankit Tyagi continues to report from there. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
मनी हंकेन मनी सिम्मो के जी के महरम मनी हंकेन मनी मिसको मलारे हंकेन मुद्दती बिद मन दिस्ता दी खुमारे बेगा रोज इस तीनों हतम कैफो सबा कोह दमग अंदेमा मुद्दती बिद के तई चारगे निमोन कोता गोंती बेवा बेहयाला मन यारवा बस्ता मन तेरे किते आजते कैसा गिफ्ता चून कना चाकरी कोट मना शागिरते चाकरी कोट कशा नश्त नवाचे बिकना मनी हंकेन मनी मक्का सारते साहेग चाकरी तौक मनी आजगी गुट्टा लूपे सांकलान दस्त मनी
Hello and welcome to NDTV. I am Aditya Raj Kaul. The blockbuster film Dhurandhar has created waves all across the world, but it has also done something more profound. It has brought global attention to a long, painful and largely forgotten struggle, the resistance of the Baloch civil society against the tyranny of the Pakistani state. While the audiences saw a glimpse of the Baloch culture and danced to the tunes of Flipperachi's Fasla, in reality, the Baloch are longing for the world to hear their pleas.
عندي خوش فصلة يا أخي تفوز والله خوش رقصة يا أخي دوس فلوس عندي خوش فصلة يا أخي تفوز والله خوش رقصة عندي لك رقصة قوية يا الحبيب اسمها الصبوحة خطبها نصيب مد يدك كنا بتعطيها كف وهز شتفك هيل خليك شديد.
From the killing fields of Baloch lands to the unmarked graves, from the enforced disappearances of the thousands to the abduction of activists whose only crime was demanding justice. This is a story written in blood and silence. I served as a research consultant for the blockbuster film Dhurandhar, and today I bring you the story that history books ignored and power corridors have erased the story of this Baloch struggle. On the NDTV special broadcast today, we focus on the conflict Pakistan has spent decades trying to bury through censorship and mass arrests and brutal military force.
Balochistan was a free land.
Pakistan has occupied our land.
What they gave us: slavery, occupation, suppression, brutality, kill and dump.
This is the story of a people fighting for dignity, identity, and freedom. Balochistan, rich in gas, gold, copper, and now rare earth minerals, has become the battleground, not just for territory, but for survival itself. From enforced disappearances to deadly insurgent attacks. From women suicide bombers to peaceful protesters jailed for demanding basic rights. Pakistan's government calls this a law and order problem, but Baloch activists call it what they believe it truly is: colonial occupation. The recent hijacking of the Jafar Express train, which had dozens dead, once again exposed how deep and how dangerous this conflict has become. Today, we take a deep dive into Baloch struggle. The role of the Pakistan Army, the rise of the armed resistance, and the silencing of the peaceful voices, and the growing fear that the Baloch land itself may now be up for sale to global powers. This is Balochistan, and this is the war Pakistan doesn't want the world to see.
Pakistan, in the name of Islam, occupied Balochistan in the name of brotherhood and religion. They took over the resources of Balochistan. They took over the freedom of Baloch people. And what they gave us is slavery, occupation, suppression, brutality, kill and dump, drugs.
Pakistani authorities, they have continued their suppressive policies against the Baloch people. And all those people who are calling for their right to self-determination, even the people who even support these demands, are being forcibly abducted and extrajudicially killed.
Balochistan is bleeding. There is a serious human rights crisis in Balochistan. Balochistan is occupied and colonized by a rogue army of Pakistan, which is run by O-level metric pass journalists. They lack political wisdom and knowledge.
The Jafar Express train was meant to carry passengers safely across Pakistan. Instead, in March this year, it became a symbol of a war Pakistan refuses to name. Armed fighters seized the train in Balochistan, triggering a bloody confrontation. Civilians, soldiers, and railway staff were killed. Responsibility was claimed by the Balochistan Liberation Army, or the BLA, one of the several armed groups fighting the Pakistani state's brutalities in Balochistan. Pakistan's military called it terrorism. But for many Baloch, it was the violent eruption of decades of ignored grievances. The railway line cuts through the land that is rich in minerals but poor in human rights. For the Pakistani state, attacks like this justify more troops, more raids, and more arrests. For the Baloch, each military operation deepens the belief that peaceful resistance is impossible.
बलूचिस्तान में ये जो ट्रेन का उन्होंने हाईजैक किया है, ये बड़ा सिग्निफिकेंट है। पाकिस्तान की फौज का स्टाइल है कि वो रंगत दिखाते हैं, वो अपने F-16 ले आएंगे, तोपे ले आएंगे, टैंक ले आएंगे और जनता को, जनार्दन को उसमें कुचल देंगे। ये अब अपनी मौत मर रहे हैं।
Pakistan Army, let's be clear, is a very strong and professional army. We should not underestimate it. However, their wrong policies and the policies of their government have encouraged what is called vociferous tendencies across Pakistan.
पूरी दुनिया की आंखें अब बलूचिस्तान की ओर है और बलूचिस्तान, मुझे तो लगता है अब समय की बात है। No army can withstand the strength of an idea whose time has come.
The Baloch struggle did not begin with guns. It began with broken promises. When Pakistan was created in 1947, the former princely state of Kalat was forcibly absorbed. Almost immediately, resistance followed.
Balochistan, the movement has been there for many years. The writ of the Pakistan government doesn't run in a large part of that province. And Balochistan, if you recall, even in 1947, the Khan of Kalat has refused to succeed to Pakistan. When they refused to succeed to Pakistan, they were forcibly taken over. And the Khan of Kalat was forced to submit. So there's always been problems as far as Balochistan is concerned.
The Baloch people have always resisted back, have always fought back, have never surrendered their national cause, have never surrendered their identity, have never surrendered their right to be free and live with dignity.
Since then, Balochistan has witnessed repeated uprisings, each crushed by the Pakistan army. Each followed by new pledges of development that never arrived.
Killing of Balochs, who actually, the ones who taught them how to say kalma, they are killing Baloch and with impunity.
Every day we receive through social media information that the people have been kidnapped, and then also we are receiving information that those who have been abducted by the Pakistani armies killing them and throwing their dead bodies in different areas. Sometimes we receive them on streets, sometimes on roadsides.
Despite being Pakistan's most resource-rich province, Balochistan today remains its poorest. Natural gas from the Baloch land powers homes in Lahore and Islamabad, while many Baloch villages remain without electricity.
Military operation in Balochistan. Human rights violation in Balochistan.
Human rights groups accuse the Pakistan army and the intelligence agencies of running campaign of enforced disappearances. Thousands of Baloch men, students, activists, poets have vanished over the years. Some are later found dead. Many are never found at all. Islamabad denies the allegations. But families continue to protest, often for years, holding pictures of their loved ones the state insists do not exist.
If Pakistan left without accountability, and if the conflict of Balochistan left ignored and no one have support or spoken about it, we will see a human tragedy. We will see a tragedy that we might have not seen in recent past.
all resistance in Balochistan is armed. The Baloch Yagjeti Committee emerged as a peaceful movement demanding accountability for disappearances and extrajudicial killings. At its forefront is Maharang Baloch, a young doctor who became a voice of the grieving families. Her marches drew tens of thousands. Her message was simple: give us our missing people back.
मैं पैगाम देना चाहती हूँ इस जलसेगाह से और उस नाम नेहाद कौम परस्त को।
Pakistan's response was arrest. Authorities detained her in Quetta, accusing her of disturbing public order. Rights groups say her arrest was illegal, punishment not for violence but for exposing the state abuse.
A huge humanitarian crisis is right now happening in Balochistan, and the government, state, all the judiciary is facilitating this crackdown. Baloch masses have no right for peaceful assembly, have no right for freedom of expression, and their all rights have been snatched.
As the peaceful voices are silenced,
against such injustice and in the defense of my nation, my land, and for the protection of our natural resources.
Armed resistance has grown more brutal. The BLA and its allied groups have escalated attacks targeting Chinese engineers, the Pakistani military convoys, and security installations.
Baloch freedom fighters have been launching attacks on targets which they've been picking up and have been achieving some remarkable success. So much so that senior political leaders in Pakistan, the Pakistan army will never admit it, but senior political leaders in Pakistan are now openly saying that the Pakistani state authority or the writ of the state has ceased to exist in virtually all of Balochistan.
This is, you can say, the final steps which a nation feels that they have to resist. So this is some sort of resistance, sacrificing their lives is some sort of final call. They have pleaded, sent messages, written many letters, made press conferences that asking China to keep away from Balochistan and asking Pakistan keep away from these lands.
In a dramatic shift, now educated Baloch women have also entered the battlefield, carrying out suicide bombings that have shaken Pakistan and the entire world. These attacks struck at the morale of the Pakistan Army and the Frontier Corps, challenging the narrative that the insurgency is weak or fading. The Baloch activists say that the heart of the conflict is resource plunder. Under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, Beijing has been given sweeping access to ports, mines, and infrastructure with guarantees by the Pakistani troops. Gold, copper, coal, and gas leave Balochistan. Profits leave with them.
Baloch Liberation Army or the Balochistan Liberation Front, they say, this is what they believe, they say that China is supporting our occupier. China is actually strengthening the weakened Pakistan. Without the help of China, without the aid of China and the other countries around the world, Pakistan cannot survive. But Pakistan is surviving, and they're continuing their brutality in Balochistan with the support and aid of China.
local communities say they are displaced, militarized, and excluded from the decision making.
The people of Gawadar, which is a flagship project of the CPEC, Gawadar port, the people of Gawadar, they are marching continuously for water because there's no water for the local people. There are no jobs for the local people. And even they have, systematically kept the Baloch away from these CPEC projects.
Now, new fears are emerging after reports of meeting between Pakistan's Army Chief Asim Munir and the US President Donald Trump. The Baloch activists fear that the Baloch land could next be opened for rare earth mining. Pakistan has not confirmed any of such plans. But the Baloch leaders warn that the decisions about their land are made without them, whether by Islamabad, Beijing, or Washington. What Pakistan calls counterterrorism has become a full-scale internal security crisis.
The reality is Balochistan is a war zone. There is a war going on. The Baloch armed organization are struggling for the freedom of Balochistan.
Militancy is spreading. Civil resistance is being criminalized. Trust between the state and Baloch society is completely collapsing. Each arrest fuels anger. Each bombing now hardens the military response. While Pakistan insists it can crush the Baloch insurgency with force, the history here suggests otherwise. Until the state confronts enforced disappearances, political exclusion, and the exploitation of the Baloch land, this conflict will continue. On trains, on roads, and in the hearts of the people who say they are no longer afraid. Balochistan remains Pakistan's open wound, one that the Pakistani military operations have failed to resolve. Dhurandhar has brought Balochistan to the global spotlight. Will the part 2 of Dhurandhar tell us more about the Baloch struggle against Pakistan? As the illegal arrests mount and enforced disappearances intensify, the question remains, how long will the Pakistani state repression continue in Balochistan? And how long will the blood flow and the silence persist globally?
Fenesta windows, beautiful and durable designs. इंस्टॉलेशन से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनेस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
Fine Finer Fenesta. He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
Yeah.
Finisher windows, beautiful and durable designs. इंस्टॉलेशन से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनिस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
Finer Finesta.
A very special moment for us as we announce NDTV Masterstroke, the NDTV Art Awards.
NDTV presents the Masterstroke Art Awards, an odyssey of creative brilliance where the masterpiece meets its ultimate recognition.
NDTV bringing this subject forward would have a great integrity of putting it forward where people could understand the importance of art.
This award that is being started, I'm sure is going to be amazing.
Art for India and for Indians is an expression of our Atmanirbharta.
It's actually quite a formidable jury, so I think we'll reveal a lot more as we go along.
This is an amazing platform, I think, today what you're doing.
Honoring the masters who define our creative landscape. Coming soon on the NDTV network.
It is Asia's richest civic body. 2026 begins with Big Bang BMC poll. High stakes Mumbai battle loading. Can BJP extend Maha winning streak? Existential fight for the Sena. Can the Congress strike a comeback? Maha civic body, massive implications. NDTV tracks the Maha build-up, battleground BMC.
Are you ready for the best show in town? NDTV Golf Pro-Am, we are coming to your city. Stay tuned.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live. Unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcast.
The India bloc that made a promise of challenging the BJP's dominance is now in a state of collapse, with allies fighting against each other in different states. Are these just because there are regional factors at play and stronger allies would mean a stronger India bloc, or is it just the beginning of the end of collapse of an opposition unity that several parties projected right before 2024 Lok Sabha elections? That's the focus tonight, but first, let's take you through the headlines. 11 persons dead in Indore's toxic water case. It includes a 5-month-old Abyan. The family has sought justice. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister has assured an investigation. Opposition, meanwhile, has slammed the BJP. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat calls for Hindu unity yet again. Congress party slams the RSS for divisive politics. India bloc allies urge action on Congress Tamil Nadu debt post. Congress has warned, don't interfere in our internal matters. In a tragic incident, 4th Bangladeshi Hindu has been attacked in Bangladesh. Khokom Das is fighting for his life after a brutal mob attack on him. The start of the year was not great in many parts of the world. 40 people have been killed during a Swiss New Year party. TMC National General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee's sharp attack on the Congress party for dragging down the India bloc after recent poll setbacks in Haryana, Maharashtra, Bihar has added to the unease already brewing amongst the allies of the India bloc, with the DMK visibly upset over Congress leader Praveen Chakravarti's remarks on Tamil Nadu's debt and the left intensifying its criticism of the Congress-led UDF in Kerala for failing to present a credible alternative. Both Tamil Nadu and Kerala go to polls this year, even as the state of West Bengal prepares for its assembly elections. Taken together, these tensions raise a very big question. Can the India bloc truly sustain unity when its largest constituent, we're talking about the Congress party here, when the Congress party is increasingly seen as both indispensable and also problematic? Now, there are other important questions to be raised here. How damaging are Abhishek Banerjee's remarks to Congress's standing within the India bloc? Is it a fight for the SIR narrative because the Congress does not really have too much of a presence in the state of West Bengal? Can the DMK and Congress party reconcile their differences over Tamil Nadu's debt narrative before 2026? Is the Congress party just flexing its muscles? What does the left's criticism of the UDF reveal about deeper contradictions in the alliance? Many questions there, but the most important one, is the Congress party's national role becoming a liability, or is it still the glue that's holding the bloc together? We'll be joined by a panel of experts, but first, here's a report.
कांग्रेस ने किया है, आम आदमी पार्टी दिल्ली में पकड़ नहीं पाया, बिहार में आरजेडी कांग्रेस पकड़ नहीं पाया, इसलिए बीजेपी 88% का स्ट्राइक रेट लेके जीता है। बीजेपी महाराष्ट्र में जीता है, स्ट्राइक रेट है 88%। बीजेपी दिल्ली जीता है, स्ट्राइक रेट है 88%। बीजेपी बिहार जीता है, स्ट्राइक रेट है 88%। ये कोइंसिडेंस लगता है आपको? वोट चोरी तो यहां हो रहा है, वोट चोरी ईवीएम में नहीं हो रहा है। ये मैं दौड़ा देता हूं, ये ईवीएम जो भी कहता है जिसको चुनाव कराना आता है, वो वोटर लिस्ट में नजर दे, वोटर लिस्ट में चोरी हो रहा है, और यही चीज कोई और पॉलिटिकल पार्टी पकड़ नहीं पाया।
Either we are a bloc, the India bloc, in which case decisions should by and large be taken together, or we're not. I believe that we pushed Nitish Kumar back into the arms of the NDA.
Constituents have said that the India alliance is dead already. You seem to suggest that no, I have to go back to these
we're sort of on life support, but every once in a while somebody brings out those paddles and gives us a bit of a shock and we get up again. But then unfortunately, results like Bihar happen and we slump down again and then somebody has to wheel us.
நாங்களும் எங்க எல்லை தாண்டி போறதில்லை. எந்த கருத்துக்களை சொல்லணுமோ கூட்டணி தர்மம் தலைப்பதற்கும் கூட்டணி தலைமையை மதித்து செயல்படுவதற்கும் இலக்கணமாக செயல்படுகிற கட்சி மறுமலர்ச்சி திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகம். அதனால நாங்க அந்த மாதிரி விதத்தில் கூட்டணியில் இருக்கக்கூடிய எந்த கட்சியையும் விமர்சிக்கிற வகையிலோ புண்படுத்துகிற வகையிலோ நாங்க எந்த கருத்தும் சொல்ல மாட்டோம்.
डराओ और बचाओ, मसीहा बनो और मसीहा बनते हुए लोगों को मदद करने की नौटंकी करो। लेकिन ये ममता बनर्जी बंगाल के लोगों के लिए मसीहा नहीं बल्कि मुसीबत बन गई है। बंगाल में जितना चुनाव होते हैं, मतलब जितना चुनाव होते हैं, नामांकन नहीं भरने दिया जाते हैं, मार के भगा दिया जाते हैं, और पंचायत चुनाव में 65 लोगों को खून हो चुके थे। और आज भी ये जो विधानसभा चुनाव होगी ना, उसमें भी ये डराने की, धमकाने की और फर्जी वोट डालने की, मृतक वोट डालने की सारे कोशिश होगी। बंगाल में टीएमसी पार्टी वोट डकैती करते हैं।
Okay, joining us now is Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the BJP. We have Meeta Chakrabarti, who's the spokesperson, Congress Party. We have Rajat Sethi, author and political analyst. We have Manojit Mondal, who's a political analyst, and he supports the TMC. Thank you all of you for being part of this broadcast. Happy New Year to all of you. Shehzad, to you first. One would say that this is a politically astute move by regional parties who are the allies of the India bloc. You know, the elections are coming up. Let's do what we think is best for our own party prospects, because the rift is not permanent. The dosti is also not permanent, but the dushmani is also not permanent, because in the parliament, I have seen all of these parties come together, and even outside the parliament for Sonia Gandhi's dinner or Sharad Pawar's birthday, you see a lot of optics of unity. Ambedkar protests, they get together. SIR protests, they get together with some reservations. So I think this is just optics for regional factors. What do you think?
First of all, Happy New Year to all your viewers and to you, Vasudha. But it's a new year, but some things just don't change.
Yes.
India Alliance, from day one when it was so-called created, I said, we have NDA mission, vision. They have India Alliance, which is only commission, confusion, corruption, ambition for position. And if you're saying that their entire strategy is that dosti in some part and kushti in another part, then it's an opportunistic alliance. So are they opportunistic or are they having real problems? Let's decode that. See, first of all, Vasudha, where is this India Alliance? Firstly, let's examine. Bengal, it's not there. Delhi, Haryana, not there. Punjab, not there. Odisha, not there. Gujarat, not there. Maharashtra, 3 talaq ho gaya. Bihar, we also, what kind of alliance was there? Come to the middle part of the country, Madhya Pradesh, not there. Karnataka, not there. Kerala, not there. Where is this alliance? I have counted at least 350 seats. Where is this alliance? Anyways, then let's go to the next part. Now look what is happening. Rahul Gandhi's closest date, Praveen Chakravarti, makes a jibe at DMK.
Yeah.
When does this happen? 1 year or a few months before the elections, because they want more share. The same thing they did in Bihar. They started abusing RJD. They wanted more seats there, and the person who sold the tickets was there, Krishna, whatever his name was, I forget his name.
Krishna Lavaru.
Krishna Lavaru. Then after that, you see they started blackmailing Uttar Pradesh Samajwadi Party also. They started blackmailing Uddhav Sena also. Uddhav Sena said, go take a hike, I'm not with you in BMC election. Now you come to the issues that Rahul Gandhi raises. He raises election commission issue. Omar Abdullah says not my issue because he's won an election.
Okay.
Then you see the other issue that he raises, EVM. Supriya Sure says not my issue. Now come to the third issue of vote chori. Today, which Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, and I don't think Meeta Chakrabarti will say Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is a liar. He was the LOP last time. He has said that the vote dakaiti is done by Mr. Manojit Mandal's party, yet Rahul Gandhi is conveniently silent, or Rahul Gandhi is raising a fake issue. Now, which of the two is it? So, just last 10 seconds. Janmat to hai nahi, 95 elections Rahul ji has lost. Sangat bhi nahi hai, all the allies are leaving him. And even Janpat, Imran Masood, who's close aide of Priyanka Vadra, Tharoor, Digvijay Singh, all of them are saying that we cannot work with Rahul.
Right.
So it is Janmat, Sangat and Janpat, Rahul Gandhi's political kryptonite.
Okay.
You know, whenever Superman was there, you bring kryptonite, his powers used to weaken. Congress is like that for India Alliance. And why they are together? Only for one thing, M. M meaning my vote bank.
But Shehzad, this is the only India bloc that actually reduced the BJP to 240 seats in Lok Sabha elections,
So it was not
right?
vote chori, no?
Okay. Meeta Chakrabarti, your response to Shehzad?
Okay, good evening to all your viewers and a very, very happy new year to the viewers as well as my fellow co-panelists. Now, first of all, yes, you very correctly you pointed out that it was the same India Gathbandhan that reduced NDA or the ND Alliance to 240 after the tall.
But ma'am, the story has been very different after that, right?
Aapki baar 400 par. I'm coming to that story as well. Aapki baar 400 par. Coming to vote chori issue, because that was one of the points that Mr. Poonawalla raised. Now, it is a fact that our leader of opposition, Sri Rahul Gandhi ji, had gone on record with specific evidences, case pointers and data pointers, and demonstrated as how vote chori is actually happening and how Election Commission of India is acting in a biased manner. Now, be it a Haryana model's picture coming 22 times in, a Brazilian model's picture coming 22 times in Haryana voter list, or be it thousands of entries having house number 0, or thousands of entries having father's name ABCD, which cannot be an accidental inclusion, in central Bangalore, we have given some very specific evidences. The same was highlighted by the TMC party a couple of days back when they went to the Election Commission of India. Now, fact is, coming to Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary's statement,
yes,
vote chori or election rigging can happen in two stages. One is the traditional way of vote chori, in which we know that booths get captured, there are bombs, there are political violence, and fake voting happens. And the other is a more sophisticated, silent way of vote chori, which is currently happening.
So no, he's talking about Dakati here. He's saying that people are not being allowed to vote.
ECI has not rebutted a single of the data pointers or case studies that we have provided. They have not come out in open and said that this is not our data. Now, having said that, yes, we are different political parties.
Okay.
When it's election time, related to seat adjustment, related to having a share in power, related to manifesto guarantees and promises, or the vision that we have, be it about Tamil Nadu, be it about West
Bengal. Okay, understood. Shahzad, I'll come to you. Rajat Sethi, is it about... Okay, I'll come to you.
Is Adhir Ranjan correct when he says that Mamata Banerjee creates fake voters, and he said this...
I just answered your question.
Meeta ji, 1 second. Meeta ji, I'm not having such command on English language like you are. So I'll ask you in very simple bhasha. Is Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary a liar when he says TMC is vote dakat? And if he is, then I can understand. If he is not, when will Rahul ji do press conference on this?
Because ma'am, that is a big accusation. Let me ask Manojit Mondal here. Manojit Mondal,
can I please answer the query that he has raised?
Yeah, please go ahead.
The query that he has raised. I just answered in a detailed manner that there
are... you said that there are two different types of vote chori. I'll come back to you. Manojit Mandal, this accusation of Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, somebody who is a known leader from West Bengal, making this allegation against a party you support, how do you see this? Because it's exactly what the BJP has been saying, and this, in some ways weakens the India bloc narrative, or for that matter, TMC's narrative itself.
First of all, good tidings of the new year to all of you. I don't think people of Bengal take Mr. Adhir Chaudhary seriously at all. Not to mention about how he was decimated by Yusuf Pathan coming from a different state in his own backyard. Even probably 60,000+ vote he was defeated. He used to be the kind of uncrowned prince of that particular region. And thereafter, people of Bengal, I do not think take Mr. Adhir Chaudhary seriously. So I don't want to dignify his comment. People know that he has been a vociferous and probably toxic critic of Mamata ever since he was in the Congress party from mid-90s. Don't forget his own history. He came from the left political party. He came to save his skin. Many people argue that he was also in jail for 9 months. He was accused of double murder during the CPM.
Okay, that's a very important point. Let me, Shahzad, very quickly before you quickly respond to this. Yusuf Pathan defeated Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. He is no longer
we don't take him seriously at all. We want to listen.
Let Shahzad respond, then I'll come to Rajat.
First of all, as much as I know, Adhir Da is
I do not want to dignify a comment made by Chaudhary.
Okay, point taken, Mr. Mandal. Let Shahzad respond to that. Shahzad, why are we taking Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary so seriously now that he has lost elections?
First of all, I'm startled at the entire positioning that a Bahirgato, because Mr. Yusuf Pathan is not born in Bengal, but a Bahirgato comes and defeats a son of the soil, and Mr. Manojit is celebrating. But having said that, I was checking my pockets. I was trying to see if I have any tissue paper to offer to Meeta. This question should not be asked to me. Toxic critic, double murderer, and not taken seriously was made into a leader of opposition by Congress. So Congress should answer. Why are you asking me? Ask Congress what they feel. I am very happy with whatever they want to feel about Adhir Ranjan. What can I say?
Okay, let's just give 1 minute to Meeta. Meeta Chakrabarti, respond.
The last time Congress and TMC had an alliance, because the basis of any alliance is seat adjustment. The last time we had an alliance was the year 2011. So please get your facts right. After 2011, till last election in 2024, where
the TMC has been consistent in that. They didn't share seats even in 2024.
Yes. Okay. Is this debate on India alliance?
Meeta, I think the debate is also for the SIR narrative. Rajat Sethi, why do you think what is happening in the India bloc? Because I believe that this is just a temporary rift. These parties come together whenever they want.
Can I come in?
Rajat Sethi.
Happy New Year to all of your viewers, Vasudha. Well, it's the same old question. I personally felt that India Alliance was a stillborn case. It was not to come of this age, and it never lasted. It fell apart on certain samosas, which JDU party leaders wanted in an India alliance meeting, and they didn't get samosas, and they walked out of that alliance. And the story ever since has been very different. I mean, what do you say if these India alliance leaders they have no better place to meet other than birthdays and kitty parties? What is the veracity or the locus standi of this alliance in the first place? You know, they want to mock around, joke around, zero seriousness around, forming an alliance. At one point, Mamta Didi wanted to be the leader of this alliance. And the principal party of this alliance, which is Congress party, is literally, they are abusing each other on the live show right now. I mean, what else credibility do you want? What kind of a certificate are you looking for?
Political organization.
Yeah, let him respond, Meeta Mama.
See, as a citizen of this country, when you want to see consensus drawn in on the opposition benches around certain core issues, I'm not expecting them to ally on everything, but here certain fundamental things are also falling apart. What do you call this alliance for? I mean, in all of these existing elections, you will see Congress like a parasite leeching onto the regional parties just to save its existence. What locus does the Congress have left? What is the ideology of the Congress party in Tamil Nadu, for instance? What is left in Kerala, for instance? These are the states which are going into elections. Wherever they
Kerala, they do have a position, right? They do have a strong position. They could even win elections.
Over the existing strong party, strong regional force. That's about it. They have nothing to contribute to the body politic of this country anymore.
Okay.
The sooner they realize, the better it is. But I'm sorry, I just don't hear that. At least on this New Year Eve, take a firm resolve that you will start looking at and becoming a credible opposition which talks sense at least.
Meeta Chakravarti, is the Congress being extremely overconfident that it does not need its allies? Because I know that you're looking at your 2029 battle, but if DMK loses, there is no opposition that will fight the BJP.
First of all, we have a very, very strong relationship with DMK in Tamil Nadu.
It doesn't look like it because Praveen Chakravarti is questioning the core governance issue of DMK.
I've seen Praveen Chakravarti's statement. What he was saying is to have a share or representation in the government so that some of our manifesto promises or guarantees can be fulfilled. Number one. Number two, after 2011, please get your facts right. When we are debating about West Bengal, there has been no seat adjustment, which is the basis of any alliance between Trinamool Congress and Indian National Congress. So I do not know why, yes, for the national platform, TMC has joined the India bloc and they're still part of the India bloc, but that is a post-poll arrangement. Since 2011, till now, till 2025, till 2026, 1st of January, there has
Okay, Shehzad, it's a tactical conditional alliance that only looks at optics.
Let's examine that. For instance, if you see Monojit and you ask him what is the one thing that destroyed Bengal, he will tell you 34 years of left rule. But they are with the same left in Delhi. If you ask Kerala Congress what destroyed Kerala, they will say left rule. They are with the same left in Delhi. So this is not this is opportunistic. It can't be said that one is the problem in Bengal and then you're having solution with them in Delhi. Secondly, what is the alliance? Alliance is ideology, leader and pragmatism, all three coming together. Forget pragmatism. Chalo, you can say we both are pragmatic. Leader. Does TMC believe Rahul is the leader? Jai Prakash Majumdar said no. Many TMC leaders have said Rahul is not our leader. Samajwadi Party says no. Uddhav Sena says no. Then come to Sonia Gandhi was a leader. That's why they used to have UPA. Atal Bihari Vajpayee is the leader. Now Modi ji is the leader. That's why we have NDA. They don't have leader. And Monojit, please tell me, do you consider Rahul to be the leader of India Alliance?
Monojit, is this a problem with the issue that Rahul Gandhi raises, or is it that you all want to support Banerjee?
What kind of a question is this? This question has no value.
Right.
We have our leader. How can Rahul be our leader? I mean, why asking these questions to answer? Listen to this answer. I know you are being very naughty on the first day of the year. Why
2029 Lok Sabha elections, who will be the Prime Ministerial candidate? You're also an academic. Tell me, will you support Rahul Gandhi as a Prime Ministerial candidate for 2029?
Talk about BJP is talking about political morality. अरे आप नीतीश कुमार को गाली देते थे, कितना गाली दिया, उनके साथ मिल गए. आप नवीन मिस्टर नायडू को जेल भिजवाया, उनके साथ मिल गए. आप अजीत कुमार को गाली देते हैं, उनके साथ मिल गए. आप you are talking about political morality.
To decide who should be the Prime Ministerial candidate.
Meeta, he's not agreeing.
He's not agreeing. Okay, Rajat Sethi Is this a problem with Rahul Gandhi's leadership or the issues that he raises? Because the Congress is very sure that Rahul Gandhi is our leader, but the TMC doesn't want to even accept the possibility of him being a prime ministerial candidate for opposition that's united in 2029.
This is circus, Vasudha. This is just circus. We
right
can
now
only
is
enjoy the theatrics of this. There is no seriousness around this. You know, BJP can ally with X number of parties, Y number of parties, but their core remains the same. You know, if they are leading an alliance or part of an alliance, this is what the alliance is going to stand for. This alliance, sar pair nahi hai is alliance ka. What are we talking? If they want to do the jamboree and day in and day out, they can do that. I mean, the people of this country have moved on. In certain regional pockets, there are still regional parties who are holding the fort there. And I don't see there is anything left. What is that common ground? You know, the discussion only starts with leadership because the fundamentals are so broken. There is no common ideological glue other than hate one man. I mean, this cannot carry on. Come up with something.
Meeta Chakravarti, you spoke about 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Yeah, Meeta Chakravarti, you spoke about 2024 Lok Sabha elections, excluding the states of Rajasthan and Haryana, where the Congress did better. The other states were credit to the allies. Why would the Congress party want to alienate all of them?
No, first of all, we are not alienating any ally. Okay, in seat adjustment discussion, often such things happen. If you want to make headlines, please, by all means, you will make headlines out of it. But there are no tension with our existing alliance partners. Number one. Number two, if a party with more than 20% vote share, with more than 100 Lok Sabha MPs, with more than 650, close to 650 MLAs, elected representatives nationally, if you think that party, which is the second largest party in India, is a party that has lost all its relevance, a party that has presence in 5 state governments, including 3 chief ministers of this country, has got no political relevance, then I'm sorry to say, ma'am, it actually reflects the political arrogance of BJP. BJP, out of their arrogance, does not want to give any space to a credible opposition. Of course, we are a credible opposition. Of course, there will be seat adjustment and negotiation discussion going on with our alliance partners.
Ms. Meeta, maybe the issues that your party leader has been raising don't have resonance with the other allies. Rajat Sethi wanted to make a point. Rajat Sethi.
Vasudha, is BJP a charity that they will leave space for the opposition to survive? I mean, are you out of your mind or what?
Charity, but I have to call you out, sir.
What?
Please call me out. Don't call me out. Call yourself out here. You're saying that the BJP should do charity.
Meeta ji, may I just give you a small lesson in history?
Okay, Shahzad, yeah.
Meeta ji, just for your kind information, Indira ma'am, you'll have to listen also. Indira ji jailed the opposition, and by the way, Nehru did not have leader of opposition right up till 69. You know this? So don't give us all this gyan here. Now let's come to the real issue. The real issue, ma'am, Vasudha ji, the real issue is that Congress got how many seats in Bihar in the last election? It
6.
got, this election 6.
70.
Last time it contested 70, got 19.
Yeah.
This time it wanted 100 seats. And therefore there were so many so-called friendly fights. कांग्रेस की जमींदारी लूट गई है, हवेली खाली है, but they think they are the zamindars. That's what Sharad Pawar ji has said. Listen to what Ram Gopal Yadav ji says.
राहुल गांधी तो अब भी इंडिया गठबंधन के नेता नहीं, राजनीति में कोई साधु संत तो बन के आते नहीं.
राहुल गांधी तो अब भी इंडिया अलायंस का नेता नहीं. अच्छा, बेस्ट थिंग वाज सेड बाय आईपी सिंह. ये राहुल गांधी विदेश में ही रहते हैं. जॉन ब्रिटास सेड दिस कि विदेश नेता है वो इधर का नेता नहीं है. Please understand, your alliance partners are looking for some hope, but you don't give them.
See, the criticism of the LDF came from John Britta, who's seen as a good parliamentarian, and he pointed out to Rahul Gandhi's absence in the Manrega debate. Do you think there's something more that needs to have been done by Rahul Gandhi specifically? He's the leader of the opposition, by just his presence and raising of issues that probably everybody resonates with.
See, it was because of Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra that from 52 MPs we rose to 100.
That is passed after that. A series of assembly elections.
As a leader of opposition, he has been continuously raising issues of political importance inside the parliament and outside the parliament.
If you get Manojit to say that, I will do whatever you want. Just tell Manojit.
We'll try fixing that connection in a bit. Manojit Pandal, you heard all the panelists out. What are your closing remarks, sir?
No, first of all, you talk about political morality. I think BJP should be the last political party to talk about that.
Why do you say that? Because winning elections is not a crime, right? What is the immoral activity that they've done?
How can I substantiate if you don't allow me to?
Okay, please speak.
What you did in Maharashtra, पूरा government को खरीद लिया, आपके पास पैसा थे, गुवाहाटी में भेज दिया होटल में, and you made alliance with Nitish Kumar. जिनका आप तो मुंह नहीं देखना चाहते थे. Now you are really hiding your face, rightly so. और चंद्रबाबू नायडू जेल भिजवा दिया, उनके साथ आपने अभी अलायंस कर रहे हो. महबूबा मुफ्ती के साथ भी आप किए हो. So I mean, Ajit Pawar, सबसे बड़ा घोटालाबाज पार्टी, Prime Minister called him the most corrupt party of the country, nationalist corrupt party of the country. उनको भी आपने पार्टी में ले लिया. शुभेंदु अधिकारी यार, आपने दिखाया है कि he is taking money from your party office. Now you are talking about political morality. Hemanta Biswa once again. So I think BJP, I think the most hypocritical political party when it comes to political morality.
You think the politicking and the political alliances they made is immoral, Shehzad Punawala?
Look, hang on.
Both Meeta and Mr. Mandal are pointing out to this important thing that all of this is very immoral.
Alliance is always
Rajat will put it better than me.
India alliance is a strategic platform for all the opposition parties. It's not alliance between two political parties. We have got 21 different political parties.
Yeah, sir, we know.
Okay, Mr. Mandal, Shehzad, yeah.
Anyways, see, there is a term called obfuscation. He did not want to answer the real question. Is Rahul their leader? So he went around abusing the BJP. Who's giving certificate? Congress had one MLA in Bengal, by the way, Sagar Dighi, which TMC happily took into their own party. And he is lecturing others. भाई कम से कम हमने अपने साथियों का घर नहीं मारा, आपने तो अपने साथी के घर को मार दिया. तो रहने दो आपका पॉलिटिकल मॉडल. यू कंसीडर राहुल टू बी लीडर?
पूरा गवर्नमेंट खरीद लिया शिवसेना.
राहुल को लीडर मानता है आप?
पूरा गवर्नमेंट खरीद लिया. एक दो
इवन ममता बनर्जी इज मोर हार्ड वर्किंग देन राहुल.
हम खरीदे नहीं हो, अपने आप
अच्छा अपना
छुपा के रखते हो.
Okay, Mr. Mandal, that is unfair. It's not in one
state. They had one
that,
MLA and they took that.
Okay, in Sagar Dighi, that's a very important case that Shehzad pointed out. Rajat Sethi, is this a case of sour grapes? Because it looks like, when you say that the BJP when you allege that the BJP has been immoral in building those alliances that have been winnable and that have been important for its wins. How do you look at this narrative? Because the opposition seems to be saying that all of this is being done to stop us. We are doing everything possible, but we are being stopped.
Vasudha, markets, happen when a demand and a supply meets. अब BJP खरीद रही तो ये बिक क्यों रहे हैं? रोज तो किलो के भाव बिकते हैं ये. देखो, अपनी ही गरेबा पे झांक लें कि बिकने को क्यों आते रोज आते हैं, जीत के आते हैं और अगले दिन बिक जाते हैं. ये तो इनकी क्रेडिबिलिटी है. India alliance, there's a famous Hindi saying. I don't have.
Mr. Mandal, let him respond, sir. Mr. Mandal, let him respond. Yeah, Rajat.
So, India alliance as a collective, there is a very famous Hindi saying कि कहीं का ईंट कहीं का रोड़ा और भानुमति ने कुनमा जोड़ो. ये वही है. ये कहीं मतलब the architecture of the alliance is such that they will keep falling over each other just to claim that one lone post of who is going to be head of this zombie alliance. And they'll fight till the death when it comes to just being the leader of that. Nobody cares about what ideology. Who cares? See, I hope that in this new year there will be some sense, but that is hoping against.
But Rajat, let me also point out, now that a lot of ruling governments belong to the BJP, there is also this criticism that welfare has become your most important tool, because in every state that has gone to polls, we have seen important schemes being announced. Most of it has to do with cash transfer, right? Is that also something that's making the BJP win, and rightly so?
Well, see, this is across political parties. They have found a shortcut to retain in power or come to power, which is through Phoebes. Now, in order to oppose this, you need to have people or leaders who are credible because of their work. You need to present an alternative model which goes far beyond welfareism alone. I mean, look at Mamata Banerjee's state. She created a global economic advisory which is headed supposedly by Professor Abhijit. They never met. That global economic policy body never ever met after constitution. So this is the level of seriousness around which they want to get all of these top economists and never even meet. So
Mr. Mandal, quickly respond to that before I go to Shehzad for his closing
remarks. He was a chief minister. He was presenting a credible model.
I think he was quite honest. He was quite honest in saying that आप खरीदते हैं because you are sellable. That's why you are being.
Because he's also pointing out to the fact that there's no faith in leadership, right? If the ones who are being sold out have faith in leadership.
You on the first day of the year you are hiding your face. You look for there are 364 more days.
I'm hiding my laughter and embarrassment.
Mr. Mandal, finish your point and I'll go to him.
So don't worry. We'll have the election 3 months down the line. I will talk about that. In fact, remains that Bengal is the hub of business. Look at your own data. Look at how the Bengal government has performed. I think governance is the model for Bengal. There are 92 public welfare schemes, and most of them are recognized by your government in the center, and some of them are recognized even internationally.
Okay, we're completely out of time. Shahzad, your closing remarks before I go to Meeta.
Out of the total FDI that comes in this country, West Bengal contributes 1%. So that's why they've taken West Bengal, which used to give 22%.
That's your fudge data.
Having said that, just let me come to the main point. Look, the real issue is that they don't have a leader, they don't have a vichardhara, and they don't have a plan. And that is why the India alliance fails. But they are neither ready to see that Rahul's not their leader. Even Mamata Banerjee is more hardworking than Rahul Gandhi. Stalin is more hardworking than Rahul Gandhi. But Rahul Gandhi won't let them become the leader. That's how it is.
Okay, Meeta Chakravarti, your closing remarks. Ma'am, what is your hope and wish for the Congress party?
A few days back, Amit Shah, our Home Minister, visited West Bengal. Of course, he has every right to, and he's more
there was
than
Rahul
welcome.
Berlin.
However, please, I did not interrupt you. Please, can you extend the same courtesy to me? However, he had no answers when he was asked as why Bengali-speaking migrant workers in different BJP-ruled states are getting targeted for their linguistic identity, are being called Bangladeshi, and are being brutally mobbed. On 24th of December, a migrant worker,
the same thing happened in Tamil Nadu as well. So this seems to be...
Joel Rana got brutally killed in Orissa. He did not have an answer to that.
Just yesterday,
the same thing happened in Tamil Nadu as well.
He did mention as how under Congress regime in West Bengal, the average earning of Bengal was higher than the national average. It's a fact that we are...
Okay, Indians attacking Indians is a severe problem that shouldn't be politicized. Shahzad, your closing remarks before I end the show.
Look, here's the problem once again. You need to do politics 24/7. You need to have an ideology, a core ideology in place which binds everybody together, and that's what's lacking. And Rahul Gandhi is not cut out for politics. Even his own leaders like Digvijay Singh and Tharoor are telling him this. Forget TMC, forget Samajwadi Party. The last 5 statements that have come against Rahul, Mohammad Mukim to Imran Masood, are from Congress. But Meeta Chakrabarti, please, ek saal aur aap isi tarike se sote rahiye.
But there are also people supporting Rahul Gandhi, right? But that's a debate for another day. Thank you all of you for joining me on this broadcast. Thank you, Shahzad. Thank you, Meeta. Thank you, Rajat. And thank you, Mr. Mandal, for joining me on this show. There's also some breaking news that's coming in. There has been a road rage shocker reported from the city of Bengaluru in Karnataka. A speeding car has rammed into a pedestrian in Bengaluru. This is a shocking case of drunk driving, is what we understand from our reporters. The accused driver is still at large. A speeding car driven by a man allegedly under the influence of alcohol rammed into a pedestrian girl near the Mall of Asia in Bengaluru. My colleague Deepak joins us with more details on this. Deepak, this is all part of New Year celebrations. Help us understand what really happened and what are the police saying?
Vasudha, while of course most of the celebrations in Bengaluru, were under control, were peaceful, but we've had stray incidents like this, and this one coming to the fore from the Mall of Asia, where this individual driving the car losing control. The cops believe he was inebriated. Eventually after the crash, of course, the cops were called in and they did seize the vehicle as well. But here, a very narrow escape for the girl there. When you see the crash, it does indicate how things could have turned into quite a tragic series of events. But fortunately, the woman narrowly escaping. The cops at this point in time, of course, have booked a case as well, and the investigation is further going on.
Right. Thank you, Deepak, for joining us with those details. In a tragic incident, a speeding car driven by a man allegedly under the influence of alcohol rammed into a pedestrian. It was a girl, and this happened near Mall of Asia in Bengaluru. We'll keep tracking that very closely. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
This was one of the most magical, mystical performances we've seen.
This is like a shrine.
Coming and listening to you is like seeing a maestro perform at that shrine.
I think it was when he had sang himself for the longest Qawwali. Yes, that for me was special.
when the first claps came, and I think my only prayers was all of you should be healed. May God give you a lot of prosperity, health, love, long life.
I was mesmerized.
I think it is one of the most magical evenings that I've spent.
बहुत ही अच्छा.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, A.R. Rahman is unmatchable.
It connected me to some spirituality.
This is India for me. This is India. This India I grew up, and this India I'm seeing now. It will never change.
When you have somebody like an A.R. Rahman, legend, maestro, I don't know which word should we choose. It was just a treat.
Pulling us other opposition parties.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down.
Stop.
This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
"21 days in Kashmir." People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They're now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shiv Arun, NDTV.
Alright team, our new order show is ready. Now we need a promo. Something cool, something sharp.
Well, I'm sure we'll be having outstanding reviews, solid suggestions.
Expert advice. The latest trends. It's a lot simpler. We'll help people make the right auto decisions. It's got the cool stuff, geeky stuff, serious stuff, all of it, so that you can discover, decide and drive. I'm Siddharth Sharma and I am your automate.
Cinema, a creation of the last century, is often described as the dominant art form of the decades that made up the 20th. Celluloid storytelling has been acknowledged as an acceptable reflection of society. Over time, it has been used to express ideas, to promote beliefs, to send messages, and to turn facts to fiction. The intent behind cinema has often transgressed the simple demarcations where art and commerce coexist. After all, it is a business and an industry. Cinema is entertainment. It is a right of leisure. Yet cinema is also a weapon destructive in its power of recreation and reinterpretation. Cinema is an intoxicant that can obscure reality. Cinema is thought-inducing when it questions the essential. Cinema is chimera where the lines tend to blur.
...1971 के जंग के बाद पाकिस्तान में बड़ा उदास सा माहौल था। मैं 6 साल का था। रेडियो सुन रहा था। उस वक्त जिया उल हक ने एक ऐसी बात बोली जो मेरे जहन में गड़ गई। Bleed India with 1,000 cups.
General Mohammad Zia-ul-Haq was a pre-independence Jalandhar-born St. Stephen's Delhi pass-out who became the dictator of Pakistan. He had been the army chief and then in quick succession chief martial law administrator and then President of Pakistan. General Zia seized power from the civilian government in 1977 in a bloodless coup. But 2 years later, he had the former Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto executed. He has been accused of the Islamization of the Pakistan military. Zia put Kashmir at the top of his agenda and convinced many Islamic countries to side with him on religious grounds. When Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan in 1979, Zia was able to turn Pakistan into a crucial US ally against the Soviets, ensuring that as a frontline state, the country received massive US aid, like Operation Cyclone, to fund and arm the resistance. It has been said that much of the aid did not reach the Mujahideens. While Zia never tired of internationally raising the Kashmir issue in actions, he avoided direct confrontation. Many eyewitnesses on both sides of the border claim that Zia-ul-Haq pursued a policy, the aim of which was to reduce the level of hostility with India.
मेजर इकबाल ISI से इनकी मर्जी के बगैर पाकिस्तानी सियासत का एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिल सकता।
मेजर इकबाल साहब जिस पर मेहरबान हो जाएं, उनका मुस्तकबिल बदल जाता है।
When infiltration occurs in Jammu and Kashmir or bomb blasts are reported anywhere in India, the finger of suspicion points to ISI or Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence. ISI is a military agency headed by a Director General who is from the army. Though the ISI was originally conceived as a defense intelligence agency, it also performs a parallel function to keep tabs on and internally report on the pulse of political affairs to its masters. This dual role enables the agency to function as a state within a state. For decades, India has been the prime target of ISI's external activities. ISI has been accused of planning and executing Pakistan's proxy war strategy from Kashmir to Afghanistan. Sometimes even without the information or sanction of the government in power. Even for Pakistanis, the ISI is a menacing agency that no one wants to rub the wrong way.
He don't speak, but the danger will tame ya. Shit where you eat, little bitch, say your prayers. Call him the gangster, don't slander the stranger.
Lahari town is a subdivision of Karachi South District in the city of Karachi, Pakistan. It is an area of approximately 6 square kilometers within the financial capital of Pakistan, infamous for lawlessness, politically motivated violence, and crime. Lahri began as a settlement populated by Sindhi fishermen and Baloch nomads in the 1700s and is one of the oldest settlements in Karachi. Poverty and a lack of development turned it into a breeding ground for crime, and Lahri earned a name for itself as the fiefdom of gangs and gangsters.
रहमान डकैत की दी हुई मौत बड़ी कसाईनुमा होती है.
Cycles of violence, extortion and resistance to state authority rendered parts of the area insecure for decades. In recent years, however, military and police operations coupled with development initiatives has brought relative calm to the dreaded locality. At 4:53 p.m., December 24, 1999, Delhi-bound Indian Airlines flight IC-814 from Kathmandu was hijacked. There were 154 passengers and crew on board. The 5 hijackers belonged to the Pakistan-based terror outfit Harkatul Mujahideen. The plane, piloted by Captain Devi Sharan, first landed at Amritsar for refueling, after Pakistan denied it permission to land in Lahore. Confusion and delay in refueling angered the hijackers. A passenger, Rupin Katyal, was assaulted and later succumbed to his injuries. The plane took off from Amritsar and forced a landing at Lahore, where it hurriedly refueled and was asked to leave. The hijackers then diverted the flight to Dubai, where 27 passengers were released and the body of Rupin Katyal handed over. The UAE refused Indian government's request to allow the storming of the aircraft by Indian commandos. At 8:33 a.m. on December 25th, IC-814 landed in Kandahar. Afghanistan, with Taliban fighters surrounding the plane, effectively preventing any direct military intervention by India. Taliban acted as the mediator, but no Indian special forces were allowed to enter the aircraft. The talks went on from December 27th to December 31st. India finally agreed to free Masood Azhar, Mushtaq Ahmed Zargar and Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh, who were all flown from India to Kandahar. On the last day of the 20th century, the handover took place on the tarmac of the Kandahar airport, where the terrorists released the remaining passengers and crew. The hostages were flown back to India on a special flight. On 13th December 2001, 5 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists drove into the House of Parliament in a car with Home Ministry and Parliament labels. While both the houses had been adjourned 40 minutes ago, around 100 members of Parliament, including senior government ministers, were still on the premises. The attackers drove their vehicle into the empty car of the Indian Vice President, and armed with AK-47 rifles, grenades and pistols, they got out, guns blazing, firing indiscriminately. Constable Kamlesh Kumari of the Central Reserve Police Force, who was the first to spot the attackers, managed to raise the alarm before she was shot and killed. The attackers were contained on the grounds and could not enter the Parliament building. All the 5 attackers were killed in the encounter, with one gunman's suicide vest exploding as he was shot. None of the MPs or ministers were hurt, but 9 security and Parliament personnel died and 16 other people were injured in the attack. On the evening of November 26, 2008, 10 heavily armed terrorists sailed into Mumbai from Karachi and ran rampage through the city, killing 166 and wounding over 300 people. They split into pairs and spent the next 72 hours targeting the city's landmarks and carrying out a series of coordinated shootings and bombing attacks. The planning had been meticulously done and the targets had been carefully chosen. Terror operatives from Pakistan had surveyed Mumbai over months, choosing targets that would have maximum impact. All the places hit were frequented by foreign nationals along with locals. As soon as they landed, the attackers split up. Two took a taxi to Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus. Once in the terminus, the two attackers began to fire indiscriminately, killing and wounding scores of passengers. Two of the terrorists headed to the Oberoi Hotel. Two moved to Cafe Leopold. Two headed to Nariman House. And four heavily armed terrorists moved to the Taj Mahal Hotel. The groups maintained communication and clearly had some local knowledge of the regions and targets. Handlers from Pakistan were heard directing the operations. For close to 3 days, the world watched as security forces and elite commandos battled to take control. 9 of the elite terrorists who had come from Karachi by sea were killed. And the 10th, Ajmal Kasab, was arrested. For 2 years, he remained lodged in a maximum security prison as he was tried according to the law of the land. He was finally found guilty and handed the death penalty. The issue of Balochistan goes back to the partition of India and Pakistan. At the time of independence, Balochistan was divided into 4 princely states: Kalat, Kharan, Las Bela and Makara. Out of these, Kalat and its ruler Mir Ahmad Yar Khan, popularly known as the Khan of Kalat, decided to remain independent. And on 15th of August 1947, Kalat declared its independence. Balochistan wanted to be friends with Pakistan, but Pakistan sent in its army and forcibly merged Kalat to it. This was unpopular with Baloch tribes, and the Balochistan insurgency took root. In 1958, the Pakistan army again entered Balochistan and a pitched battle raged. Many Baloch were killed and supporters of the Khan of Kalat were arrested. Over the decades, the Baloch freedom movement has festered, seeing many such battles and ups and downs. The Baloch Liberation Army, BLA, that was formed in 2000, even carried out high-profile attacks on Chinese and Pakistani militaries. In 2005, a Baloch mass leader and former governor, as well as former defense minister of Pakistan, Nawab Akbar Khan Bukti, raised 15 demands with the government of Pakistan. This included Baloch control over minerals and natural gas in the province and a cap on the construction of new army bases. When all his demands got rejected, he also took up arms against Pakistan. In 2006, he was killed in a confrontation with the Pakistan army. India has consistently voiced concerns about humanitarian injustices, including those faced by the people of Balochistan under Pakistan's rule. Pakistan has, in turn, always accused India of meddling in its internal affairs. Mohammad Ajmal Amer Kasab was the sole surviving gunman from 26/11 Mumbai attacks of 2008. He was one of the 2 gunmen who opened fire and threw hand grenades at the Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus, killing 52 people and injuring more than 100. Ajmal Kasab had first pleaded not guilty, but later made a confession admitting he had been trained, equipped and financed by the Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba. Kasab had been born in a village called Faridkot in a remote and impoverished region of Punjab in Pakistan's farming belt. His father ran a food stall in the village. Kasab dropped out of school in 2000 and lived in poverty, trying to eke a living working at odd jobs. Elite recruiters persuaded Kasab to join them with the pledge that his family would receive a financial reward if he became a martyr. Before the Mumbai attack, he was given money to give to his family. Before his execution, Kasab was asked whether he wanted to contact his family in Pakistan. Kasab declined, but wanted his mother in Pakistan to be told about his death sentence. This wish was carried out by the government of India.
मुंह तोड़ने के लिए मुट्ठी बंद करना जरूरी है. We must infiltrate the very core of terrorism in Pakistan. ताकि वो भारत के खिलाफ अगर नींद में भी सोचे ना, तो उनके ख्वाब में भी हम बैठे नजर आने चाहिए.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause. I reflect. I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
A very special moment for us as we announce NDTV Master Stroke, the NDTV Art Awards.
NDTV presents the Master Stroke Art Awards. An odyssey of creative brilliance where the masterpiece meets its ultimate recognition.
NDTV bringing this subject forward would have a great integrity of putting it forward where people could understand the importance of art.
This award that is being started, I'm sure is going to be amazing.
Art for India and for Indians is an expression of our Atmanirbharta.
It's actually quite a formidable jury, so I think we'll
11 persons dead in Indore toxic water case. A 5-month-old baby, a 5-month-old boy, Avyan, has also been found dead. The family has sought justice. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister has assured a proper probe while the opposition continues to slam the BJP. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat now calls for Hindu unity yet again. Congress has slammed the RSS for its divisive politics. India bloc allies urge action on Congress Tamil Nadu debt post. Congress warns, don't interfere in our internal matters. In a tragic incident, fourth Bangladeshi Hindu has been attacked, Khokon Das, fighting for life after a brutal mob attack. The new year has not been great in certain parts of the world. 40 people have been killed during a Swiss New Year party. After the lynching of Deepu Das and the murder of Amrit Mondal, yet another incident of violence against a Hindu man has emerged in Bangladesh. This is a man named Khokon Das. He was attacked on the 31st of December. Khokon Das is now in the hospital. He's battling for his life. He was attacked on his way back home. He was attacked with sharp weapons. He was set on fire by a mob and he was left badly injured. He survived by jumping into a pond. Police have now identified 2 suspects and an investigation is underway to arrest them.
You know, for an Indian journalist at this moment, not very conducive to go inside. We did, in fact, try to go and I went to the reception emergency gate and try and inquire about the current status of Khokon Das, the man who was... he's in the series of attacks that have taken place against minorities, especially the Hindus. The place where he lives, Shariatpur, is about 150 kilometers from Dhaka. It's a 2-hour drive. What we know is when the entire world was, all set to welcome the new year, it was last night. He is the owner of a small medical shop there. And after, shuttering down his shop, he was on his way home when a few people attacked him. First, he was stabbed. And then when he recognized 2 of the assailants, he was petrol was put on him and he was lit on fire. In order to save himself, he jumped in a pond near the attack, where the place where he was attacked, and it was the locals who raised, their voices, and only then he was able to come out of that pond, and then was taken to the local hospital, where after the first aid, he was sent to this hospital because his situation remains to be in critical condition. He is in the intensive care unit. His wife is also inside. I tried to speak to her at this moment. She's not in a position to speak. We will, in fact, later try and get a reaction from her as well on what's happening. The police is trying to paint this as a case of dacoity, as people, those who were trying to steal the money that he was getting from his shop and going to, in fact, his residence. But the fact is that why suddenly will this be, will he be on the target? And the other big question is, the police says that they have identified 2 assailants and they are at this moment trying to, in fact, arrest them. Raids are being conducted. But it is, whether it is a dacoity or not, but it is indeed a very serious systemic problem that Bangladesh is facing at this moment, with Hindus being attacked. This is the 4th such attack since the time that I have come here, from Deepu Chand Das to now Khokon Das, and it also signifies the failure of the Yunus administration to try and curb these attacks.
Now, there have been several other cases of violence in Bangladesh. This report will tell us more.
Atrocities in Bangladesh continue. Each passing day, we are seeing fresh brutalities. Bangladesh remains on edge. Protests, violence, vandalism, and mob killings. 50-year-old Khokon Das, a Hindu man attacked with sharp weapons and set ablaze by a mob in Bangladesh. He was on his way back home when he was targeted. Deepu Das, a garment factory worker, brutally lynched by a mob in Mymensingh. Amrit Mondal, another Hindu man, beaten to death by a mob in Rajbari. A Hindu family's house set ablaze in Firozpur. And according to local reports, another Hindu man, Bajendra Biswas, a member of Bangladesh paramilitary, shot dead in Mymensingh. No end to lawlessness in Bangladesh as minorities continue to be targeted. Will Yunus government finally spring to action? NDTV Bureau Report.
Meanwhile, a shocker from a BJP leader who has slashed out at actor Shah Rukh Khan for choosing a Bangladeshi player for his IPL team. This is after KKR signed Bangladeshi cricketer Rahman for 9.5 crore. BJP leader Sangeet Som has launched a sharp attack calling Shah Rukh Khan a traitor and linking the signing to violence against Hindus in Bangladesh. Sangeet Som has even warned that the player should not be allowed to step out of the Indian airports. The controversy has escalated with spiritual leader Devki Nandan Thakur also slamming Shah Rukh Khan over his call. Meanwhile, the Congress has hit back, accusing the BJP of communal targeting, reminding that the IPL auction is conducted under the BCCI. Sports, politics and religion once again colliding on the IPL pitch.
Anger simmers on the streets of Dhaka. Minorities continue to be targeted in Bangladesh as Hindus live in fear. While Bangladesh burns, a fresh political flashpoint has erupted here in India. Shah Rukh Khan, the owner of IPL franchise Kolkata Knight Riders, picked Bangladesh pacer Mustafizur Rahman in the recent IPL 2026 auction. And this decision, among the rising violence against minorities in Bangladesh, drew ire from a BJP neta, who called Shah Rukh Khan a traitor.
समझना चाहिए शाहरुख खान जैसे गद्दारों को कि जिस तरीके की गद्दारी आप देश के साथ कर रहे हैं, आपको यहां तक अगर आज पहुंचाया तो इस देश के लोगों ने पहुंचाया। आपको अगर पैसा मिलता है तो यहां के देश के लोगों से मिलता है, लेकिन आप उस पैसे से देश के साथ गद्दारी करते हैं। आप कभी पाकिस्तान को चंदा देने की बात करते हैं, कभी रहमान जैसे खिलाड़ियों को खरीदने की बात करते हैं। ये देश में अब नहीं चलेगा, इन गद्दारों की देश में कोई जगह नहीं रहेगी, ये मैं कहना चाहता हूं।
Spiritual gurus also slammed Shah Rukh Khan, calling for Rahman's omission from the team.
जिस व्यक्ति की KKR टीम है, उस व्यक्ति को हीरो बनाने में इस भारत का रोल है, बहुसंख्यक हिंदुओं का रोल है। क्या उनके साथ बिल्कुल भी संवेदना नहीं है? तो हम उन्हें याद दिला रहे हैं कि आप हिंदुस्तान में रहते हैं, आप हिंदुस्तान में ही IPL है और IPL की ही एक टीम है, और उस टीम में आप जो है एक बांग्लादेशी क्रिकेटर को ला रहे हैं जहां हिंदू सरेआम काटे मारे जलाए जा रहे हैं। तो आपको संवेदना याद करनी है, आपको संवेदना हिंदुओं के साथ रखनी है। इसलिए हम कह रहे हैं IPL में कोई बांग्लादेशी नहीं खेलेगा।
शाहरुख खान का चरित्र क्या है? चरित्र ही नहीं उसका, निरंतर उसके रुख देशद्रोही रहे हैं।
The opposition has swiftly hit back.
शाहरुख खान के बारे में इस तरह की बात करना उचित नहीं है। शाहरुख खान ने कितनी ऐसी फिल्में बनाई है जो जिसका देशभक्ति से सीधा संबंध रहा है, और वो माने हुए जाने हुए विश्वव्यापी उनकी विख्यात है, वो मशहूर है। वो वैसे कलाकार के बारे में इस तरह की घटिया बात कहना उचित नहीं है।
War of words continue with no end to violence in Bangladesh, a continued wave of political jibes. Bureau Report, NDTV.
NDTV's Ankit Tyagi went to Dhaka Medical College and he spoke to Khokun Das's wife. Khokun Das is the fourth Hindu who has been brutally attacked in Bangladesh. Khokun Das's wife has spoken to my colleague Ankit Tyagi, who's reporting from ground in Dhaka. She's narrated the incident going through the most traumatic time of her life. Khokun Das has just come out of one surgery and he will be shifted to ICU. So far, the government has not given any assurance for help to this family.
We are going inside the Dhaka Medical College and Hospital right now to meet the wife of Khokun Das. it's been a very difficult, in fact, to try and locate them. It's been a difficult job. This area is quite hostile as far as Indian journalists are concerned. So I'm trying to make my way and try and see if we can speak to them. It's a very difficult time for Kokandas's family. He has been brutally attacked now in the ICU, struggling for his life. His wife is here in a completely distraught situation. We have been able to come here to speak to her. मैं जो बोलूँगा आप इनको बताएंगे. सबसे पहले हमारी संवेदनाएं, हम बहुत वेरी वेरी सॉरी कि आपके हस्बैंड के साथ ये हुआ. बहुत दुख है कि आपके पति के साथ इस तरह की घटना हुई.
ওনারা অনেক দুঃখ এবং সমবেত আছে. ওনারা আপনার মানে হাজবেন্ডের কি হয়েছে এই বিষয়ে একটু জানতে চাই.
উনি এলো বিকাশের দোকান করে, ডাক্তারিও করে. দোকান বন্ধ করে 8টা সাড়ে 8টার দিকে বাড়ি আসতে লইছে. মেন রোড দিয়ে মানে ভিতরে মানে 40 সেকেন্ড আইছে. তারপরে পিছন দিয়ে 3জন ছেলে আইয়া মাথার পর প্রথম কোপ দিছে. কোপ দিয়েছে পরে উনি পড়ে গেছে. তারপর 2টা কোপ দিয়েছে, এ বেশি ডাবে না. পরে আরেকটা কোপ দিছে, প্যাডের মধ্যে বেশি ফাইন দিয়ে গেছে, পর নারী দড়ি বাইরে গেছে. তারপর ও কোপাইছে আর নাম বলছে, কোপাইছে আর নাম বলছে.
आराम से कोई बात नहीं.
না নাম বলছে. তারপরে গায়ে পেট্রোল দিয়ে দিছে, পেট্রোল দিয়ে আগুন ধরাই দিছে. পুরো মাথা, নাক, মুখ, এই জায়গাটা ভালো আছে, পিছন সাইড ঠাইট, এই হাত 2টা সোয়েটার পুড়ে টুইরা. তারপরে খালি গায়ে লাগছে. তারপরে পুষ্কুনি কাছে আসলো, উনি লাভ দিয়েছে পুষ্কুনির মধ্যে. তারপর ওই বাড়ি ছিল, ওই বাড়িটার মধ্যে
সবাই দৌড়াদৌড়ি করে উঠেছে.
आप बेटे, आप उनके बेटे हो? क्या बोला उन्होंने?
उन्होंने बोला उनका जो हस्बैंड है वो एक विकास मनी ट्रांसफ़र करने के लिए शॉप है उनका, और वो भी एक विलेज डॉक्टर है. सो वो दुकान बंद कर 10 बजकर वो वहाँ से निकले और घर जाने के लिए रेडी हुआ. वो एक गली पे जाया. गली के जाने के बाद उसका 3 लोग अचानक से अटैक किया. अटैक करने के बाद उन्होंने उनको ध्यान नहीं दिया. उन्होंने सीधा पीछे पे छुरी दिया, मार से छुरी से आघात किया. पहले माथे पे, देन उनका जो पेट है वहाँ पे आघात किया. 3 पीस मार दिया. देन उनके तारपरे पेट्रोल से उनका पूरा शरीर में आग जला दिया. देन वो अपना पोती जल, उनका जो हस्बैंड है वो नदी में लाभ दिया,
जान बचाया.
हाँ, उनके जान उनका सेफ्टी के लिए लाभ दिया. देन तारपरे देन वहाँ पे कुछ लोग उनको रिसीव करके हॉस्पिटल पे लेकर आया. फर्स्ट पे शरीयतपुर जो ढाका के बाहर एक जिला है वहाँ पे लेकर आया.
फिर उसके बाद कल रात को
ढाका में रिपेल के शिफ्ट किया.
अभी डॉक्टर ने क्या बोला है, क्या हालात है उनका, अभी कैसे है?
ডাক্তারে বলছে এই জায়গা আনতে, মানে ওই জায়গা নেছে পরে যে পেটের নাড়ি দড়ি আছে না, ওগুলো ঠেলে পেটের মধ্যে বইটা দিয়ে ব্যান্ডেজ করে দিছে. তারপর সারা অ্যাম্বুলেন্সে রক্ত পড়তে আইছে. গায়ে রক্ত ছিল না, 5-6 ব্যাগ রক্ত দিছে.
आईसीयूতে ভর্তি করতে,
এখন আইসিউতে রাখতে কইতে আছে. অবস্থা অনেক খারাপ.
उनका हालात अच्छे नहीं है. उनका पेट का जो नाड़ी भुरी है बाहर निकल आया. कोई भी तरफ से उनको उसको सेव करके हॉस्पिटल पे आया. फिर शरीयतपुर का डॉक्टर उसको सेव किया, बैंडेज किया. देन वो ढाका मेडिकल पे आया. वहाँ पे डॉक्टर उसको देखकर बहुत शॉक हुआ. फिर उनको बैंडेज किया. देन उनको बहुत ब्लड का पहचान है. 10 बैग
ना 6 बैग दिसे.
6 बैग ब्लड चाहिए.
ब्लड मिल गया है, नहीं मिला है?
मिल गया.
ब्लड मिल गया?
ब्लड भी मिल गया. अभी डॉक्टर उनको आईसीयू पे रखा.
अच्छा, कुछ वहाँ पे पुलिस ने कुछ कहा है कि कौन लोग थे, क्यों?
ওই জায়গা সাংবাদিক, পুলিশ টুলিশ অনেক লোক, আমরা এই জায়গায় আসছি পর শুনছি যে অনেক লোক এখনো বাড়িতে সাংবাদিক পুলিশ টুলিশ আসে. তারপরে ওই শরীয়তপুরে আসছে পরে আর বাবাই বলছে যে যারা আসছিল ওগো নাম বলছে, ওর বাবা মার হে বুঝি দইরা নিয়ে গেছে. সরকারের দ্বারা কই যে আমি সুস্থ বিচার চাই, এর বিচার চাই. সরকারের দ্বারা গেলে আমার এই আমাকে হিন্দু সমাজ আমাকে বাঁচতে দেবে না.
उन्होंने बोला सरकार के बारे में बता, उन्होंने जो यहाँ पे आया तो जो लोग उन पे अटैक किया उनका नाम बता दिया। उनके घर के पास मीडिया और पुलिस बार बार जाए है, अभी भी वहाँ पे है। उनका विलेज का होम जो है वहाँ पे पुलिस है और मीडिया का कर्मी है। उनका बात
अपना पर अभी सरकार की क्या बोल रहे थे सरकार? इन्होंने
बोला हम हिंदू खतरे पे है, हमारा जो उन्होंने जो पूर्ति है उनके लिए वो सरकार से विचार चाह रहा है और बोला है सरकार मदद करके। और उन जो लोग माने यहाँ पे 3 लोग अटक भी गए हैं, उनका माँ 3 लोग का जो माँ है उनको गिरफ्तार कर दिया।
3 लोगों को जो उन्हें पकड़े और सरकार मदद करे। तो आप उन्होंने क्यों हमला किया? क्योंकि आप हिंदू हो इसलिए हमला किया?
मुसलमान
আপনাকে ওনারা যে 3 জন হামলা করছে আপনারা কি হিন্দু এই জন্য নাকি অন্য কোনো
আমি জানি না দাদা, আমি কেমনে কম।
আচ্ছা
ठीक है। आपके और मतलब बच्चे, एक बेटा यही है और भी बच्चे
ना?
हैं?
3 ছেলে আমার।
3 बच्चे हैं वो उनका।
वो कहाँ पर, छोटे हैं बड़े हैं?
ছোট না বড়? 3 জন है।
ও আর একজন বড় আর একজন ছোট, এই মেজো।
ये मेजो है, इनका एक बड़ा बेटा है और छोटा बेटा है।
अभी आपको क्या सरकार से क्या बोलना चाहेंगे? सरकार से क्या उम्मीद है, क्या करे सरकार?
सरकार से उम्मीद है মানে এখন সরকারের কাছে আপনারা কি চান?
সঠিক বিচার চাই আমরা।
আর কিছু না?
সঠিক বিচার চাই আমরা, যে আমরা হিন্দু মানুষ,
তিনজন স্থানীয় এলাকারই ছবিও আছে।
আমরা সুস্থভাবে আমরা বাঁচতে পারি, হিন্দু সমাজে আমরা যে থাকতে পারি। এই যে হিন্দু জায়গায় জায়গায় মারিয়া ফেলায়, কত নির্যাতন করে, পুরাইয়া দেয় জায়গায় জায়গায়, শুনি গাছের লগে বাঁধে পুরাইয়া দেয় মারধর করিয়া।
उन्होंने बोला हम हिंदू हैं, हम यहाँ पे अच्छे से रहना चाहते हैं और जो 3 लोग हैं उनको ढूंढने के लिए पुलिस के पास उन्होंने सरकार से वो कीमती चाहिए। और उन्होंने बोला हम हिंदू हैं, हमसे कोई मतलब नहीं है। और जो 3 लोग उन पर अटैक किया वो भी मुस्लिम है। इन्होंने उनके साथ कोई झगड़ा, कोई विवाद कुछ भी नहीं है। उन्होंने बोला हम यहाँ पे हिंदू, हम यहाँ पे अच्छे से रहना चाहते हैं और कुछ नहीं है, और मेरे पति का अच्छा हो इनके लिए।
हम लोग यही प्रार्थना करेंगे कि आपके पति ठीक हो जाएं, इतने मुश्किल समय में बाहर निकल पाएं। आप उन्हें बता देंगे?
ওনারা বলছে যে আপনার হাজবেন্ড উনি যেন তাড়াতাড়ি সুস্থ হয় এবং সুস্থ হয়ে উনি যেন বাইরে বেরো স্বাভাবিকভাবে চলাচল করতে পারে।
তোমরা সবাই আশীর্বাদ করো যে সুস্থ হইতে পারে, তাড়াতাড়ি যেন সুস্থ হয়। অনেক অবস্থা খারাপ, অনেক অবস্থা খারাপ, একদম নাক মুখ চুল টুল পুইরা, পিঠ পড়ছে, খালি বুকটা ভালো রয়েছে, হাত নাই পুইরা, এই সোয়েটার পুইরা, এগুলো না একল নাক মুখ পুইরা কালো হয়ে গেছে একদম।
उनका कंडीशन बहुत ही अच्छे नहीं है। उनका जो नोज, आई और उसके जो सर पड़ गया, उसके बाद उनको बहुत जल गया, बहुत अच्छी माने बाजे, बहुत डेंजरस सिचुएशन है।
It's difficult for this woman right now to speak. It's her son with her and there is no way that anybody, you and I or anybody, can understand what she's going through at this moment. It's a very difficult hour for them. Our hopes and prayers that Kokundas fights this out and comes out alive from this very critical situation that he's in, and we are just hoping that the Yunus interim government provides all the medical help and help to the family which are going through a very difficult time at this moment. And this once again puts the spotlight on some sort of a systemic attack that we are seeing on the minorities. From the Dhaka Medical College, Ankit Tyagi with Moment NDTV.
Shocking, a spate of violence there, and Hindus facing the brunt of all the vandalism and mob lynching that's going on in Bangladesh. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
It is Asia's richest civic body. 2026 begins with Big Bang BMC poll. High stakes Mumbai battle loading. Can BJP extend Maha-winning streak? Existential fight for the Sena. Can the Congress strike a comeback? Maha-civic body, massive implications. NDTV tracks the Maha build-up, battleground, BMC.
Are you ready for the best show in town? NDTV Golf Pro-Am, we are coming to your city. Stay tuned.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindoor.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live. Unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
This was one of the most magical, mystical performances we've seen.
This is like a shrine.
Coming and listening to you is like seeing a maestro perform at that shrine.
I think it was when Nayar sang himself for the longest Qawwali. Yes, that for me was special.
When the first claps came in, I think my only prayers was all of you should be healed. May God give you a lot of prosperity, health, love, long life.
I was mesmerized.
I think it is one of the most magical evenings that I've spent.
बहुत ही अच्छा.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, A.R. Rahman is unmatchable.
It connected me to some spirituality.
This is India for me. This is India. This India I grew up, and this India I'm seeing now. It will never change.
When you have somebody like an A.R. Rahman, legend, maestro, I don't know which word should we choose. It was just a treat.
Pulling us into this country.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
Welcome back. A tragic start to the new year in Switzerland. Dozens of people are feared dead and more than 100 injured after a massive fire tore through a packed bar at a luxury resort. Swiss police have clarified that this was not a terror attack but a devastating fire incident. But officials say that it is early in the investigation. Regional authorities have confirmed that at least 40 persons are tragically dead. On that note, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
"21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They're now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shiv Arun, NDTV.
Alright team, our new order show is ready. Now we need a promo. Something cool, something sharp.
Well, I'm sure we'll be having outstanding reviews, solid suggestions,
Expert advice, the latest trends. It's a lot simpler. We'll help people make the right auto decisions. It's got the cool stuff, geeky stuff, serious stuff, all of it, so that you can discover, decide and drive. I'm Siddharth Sharma and I am your automate.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
You're watching Automate, your go-to guide for everything in mobility. My name is Siddharth Sharma and we are closing out this year with this special episode. 2025 was packed with wild rides, viral moments and big tech shifts. So what's next? Stick around and we've lined up the future for you. Cars, bikes, EV talks, trends and the top highlights from the year 2025. So let's dive in. Let's start with the big one, four wheels and the future. Mohit takes us through the cars that will make headlines in 2026.
2026 is all set to be a high-revving year. First up is the Renault Duster. Mark your dates. January 26th is when it all starts, with the all-new Duster. This is the nameplate that's responsible for making India obsessed with compact SUVs. Like Sierra was an important comeback in 2025, 2026 is reserved for the Duster's comeback. Styling will be retained from the global spec model. Sharper and bolder lines, bigger everything and way more tech forward than what you have ever seen on any Renault car in India. Renault is clearly betting big on nostalgia, bringing back a badge that once ruled our hearts and now reborn for a new generation. Second on the list, the Maruti Suzuki's firstborn electric SUV, the e-Vitara. This one's a big deal for India's largest car maker. The e-Vitara will offer two battery options, a 49 kWh pack for the single motor front wheel drive setup and a larger 61 kWh pack paired with a dual motor configuration. Range a claimed 543 kilometers, packing a 5-star BNCAP rating, 7 airbags and level 2 ADAS. Launch is expected early next year, with prices likely starting around Rs 18 to 19 lakh ex-showroom. Third on the list is the Kia Sorento. This one's an exclusive and you're hearing it first from us. Kia's premium 7-seater SUV has been spotted testing on Indian roads and 2026 could finally be the year it graces our showrooms. If Kia nails the pricing, this could easily become the flagship ICE SUV offering in India and give segment stalwarts like the Toyota Fortuner and MG Gloster a run for their money. And now, a new name and perhaps the boldest, smallest on this list, the VinFast VF3. Vietnam's EV powerhouse is charging into India with sky-high ambitions. Two models are already on sale, but the VF3, well, that amplifies the big play for the masses. Think pocket-sized, city-friendly and irresistibly cute with a boxy SUV-inspired design that's actually smaller than an Alto. Underneath, it packs a 215km range, a top speed of 100 kmph and a 175mm ground clearance on a short wheelbase. The VF3 is gearing up to take on the Comet head-on. And if VinFast plays its card right, this little underdog could become the EV equivalent of the Alto. Simple, small and electric. It's the kind of story everyone loves to root for. And 2026, that could be the year this underdog steals the spotlight. Last on the list, but certainly not the least, the Ferrari Amalfi. Ferrari has bid goodbye to the Roma, and the page was turned with something even more breathtaking, the Amalfi. It replaces the Roma as Ferrari's mid-engine ground tourer, blending timeless elegance with cutting-edge performance. And here's the big news. The Amalfi could go on sale in India as early as next year with an expected price tag of around 4.5 to 5 crores ex-showroom. Well, Ferrari isn't just replacing a car. It is redefining the art of Grand Tourer. The question is, are you ready for the Amalfi experience or not yet?
Which car is your favorite pick from the list? For me, it's the VinFast VF3. Now, moving on to the big question, should you go electric in the year 2026? Anirban Mitra has all the answers.
Is India ready for it? As we step into 2026, it's time to look at the bigger picture. Facts, figures, and trends that define the electric mobility journey. Well, numbers speak louder than words, and let's look at what data says.
India's electric passenger vehicle market surged with over 160,000 units sold from January to November, marking a 78% year-on-year growth. Leading players like Tata Motors, JSW, MG and Mahindra dominate this segment. This sharp rise signals a strong uptake in consumer acceptance of electric cars nationwide. Global EV trends are peculiar. China achieved 50% auto sales in 2025 through EVs. Globally, every fourth vehicle sold is an electric vehicle. Emerging markets like Thailand and Vietnam have outpaced advanced economies. Europe's EV adoption has slowed down amid subsidy cut, high costs and Chinese competition. This has prompted the EU to rethink its 2035 ban on gasoline vehicles. Let's shift our spotlight back on India.
The electric two-wheeler sales have taken a temporary hit. GST revision on small commuter motorcycles have made them more affordable, hence driving away some sales from electric two-wheelers. Resultant, the rate of adoption that we saw earlier in 2025 went down, especially the sales in the month of November.
The bigger picture reflects optimism. Manufacturers are riding high on confidence. Market leaders like TVS, Bajaj, Ather and Hero are seeing a surge. Here is the big number. EV penetration in two-wheelers crossed the 5% mark in 2025.
2025 wasn't just about impressive sales numbers. Manufacturers kept the momentum going with a slew of new-age electric vehicles. Well, these battled it out to grab your attention. Range, performance, features, practicality, design. Well, every new electric vehicle had something different to offer.
India's EV market is poised for a strong growth in 2026, driven by new launches, better charging infrastructure and supportive policies. EV penetration in passenger vehicles is expected to hit double digits. 2025 saw major moves from Mahindra, Tata, Hyundai, while entry from VinFast and Tesla reinforced global confidence in India's EV journey.
In 2025, electric two-wheelers found their footing. TVS iQube, Bajaj Chetak, Hero Vida, Ather Rista, and the list is pretty long. They became household names thanks to their practicality. 2026 promises to be a premium revolution. Royal Enfield, Ultraviolet, Yamaha are all gearing up to redefine the segment with high-end performance offerings. Maruti Suzuki is strengthening its EV ecosystem and its first ever electric car, e-Vitara, should be in the market soon. Expect Hyundai, Honda, VW to push for the electric mobility alongside homegrown manufacturers. We had a chance to interact with the senior VP from Kia India to understand how manufacturers are looking at India's EV story. Where do you see 2026 going? Do you see customers gravitating towards more electric? What is the general trends towards electric cars?
If you look at absolute numbers, electric contribution to the total PC market as of now is about 4.5%. So it has seen a good growth over the previous year. So there's no doubt. Even the hybrids at about 2.4%, the growth is positive. So we are seeing with government policies, this will continue, and I'm sure there is regulation also which is going to happen come CAFE 3 in 2027, April. To comply with that, we need to have the right electrified technology in our ambit so that we can comply with the norms.
India's electric mobility push isn't just market-driven, it's backed by strong government initiatives. The PLI scheme for auto and components is fueling domestic manufacturing of advanced automotive technologies including EVs. Meanwhile, the PM E-Drive program is incentivizing electric two-wheelers, electric three-wheelers, trucks, buses, ambulances and even public charging infra. That's not all. Automakers are getting benefits for localizing EV production in India. India's electric vehicle battery manufacturing is accelerating, powered by PLI schemes and major investment from the likes of Tata, Ola, Suzuki and Amara. These firms are building local gigafactories for lithium-ion cells, reducing import dependence and focusing on advanced technologies in the growing EV market. The message is clear: sustainable mobility is national pride.
Electric vehicles bring a host of advantages on table. For owners, it means zippy performance, low cost of ownership and zero tailpipe emission. With so many factors like technology, versatility, practicality all aligning, well, 2026 could be the year where electric vehicles become the mainstream.
An electric car without tech is like a Bollywood movie without songs. So up next, we tell you all the futuristic tech trends that you will see in the automotive space.
The Indian auto industry is shifting gears, and in the year 2026, well, it is going to be a landmark year for the industry. From safer cars to smarter bikes and tech that will come straight out of science fiction, the future of mobility is tech and feature loaded. So let's dive into 5 automotive trends that will shape the industry for the year 2026. Safety is no longer a luxury. So first up, ADAS, Advanced Driver Assistance System. Now this is trickling down from luxury cars to the mainstream models. Features like adaptive cruise control, emergency brake assist and even self-parking are now available on mass market models like the Hyundai Creta, Hyundai Venue, Kia Sonet and even Honda Amaze. And with Bharat NCAP pushing stricter norms on safety regulations, the Indian highways could soon become safer. And we might even see FSD, I mean the fully self-driving cars. Next up, electric vehicles. The year 2026 will be a tipping point for EV adoption in the country. Better government incentives and larger charging infrastructures, falling battery costs will mean that electric vehicles won't be a niche any longer. More importantly, Maruti Suzuki is entering this space with the e-Vitara, which is big if anything. After all, the car maker has erected a huge charging network of over 2,000 charging points. And with charging times coming down and range going up to over 500 kilometers, electric cars will see higher adoption in India next year. Cars are turning into tech lounges. And triple screen layout is the next big thing. One for the driver, one for the passenger and one for the central infotainment screen. And recently we have seen models like the Tata Harrier EV, Mahindra XEV 9S following this suit. In fact, tech chipset manufacturers like Snapdragon and MediaTek are also participating in this race. After all, they are the one running these large displays. So much so, models like Harrier EV have also showcased Samsung's QLED display, showcasing that displays are a primary concern for buyers now. And in India, where rear seat comfort is king, expect rear entertainment screens too. Well, long drives in India are about to get a whole lot more fun now. Now let's talk two-wheelers. India is the largest bike market in the world and the safety is finally catching up in this segment. Smart helmets with Bluetooth connectivity, navigation alerts and even crash alerts will become mainstream. Some of them will even connect with your motorcycle to play music and attend phone calls. Some will even sync with your helmets for voice commands and phone calls. In the automotive business, convenience is safety. And that's a win for riders everywhere. And finally, hydrogen cars. While electric vehicles are making headlines, hydrogen fuel cell technology is silently gaining traction. Globally, brands like Hyundai and Toyota are working on it and India is trying to explore it too. But why hydrogen? Well, easy refueling, long range and zero emissions. Perfect for commercial vehicles and fleets. And in all likelihood, the year 2026 could mark the commencement of India's hydrogen journey. So that's your sneak peek at India's big 2026 garage. Smarter, safer and more connected than ever.
Alright, that was a deep dive into the future of cars and EVs. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we will be getting you all the latest that you can expect from the world of motorcycles, as well as the top highlights of the year 2025. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned, and we'll be back right after these short messages.
Yeah.
A very special moment for us.
as we announce NDTV Master Stroke, the NDTV Art Awards.
NDTV presents the Master Stroke Art Awards, an odyssey of creative brilliance where the masterpiece meets its ultimate recognition.
NDTV bringing this subject forward would have a great integrity of putting it forward where people could understand the importance of art.
This award that is being started, I'm sure is going to be amazing.
Art for India and for Indians is an expression of our Atmanirbharta.
It's actually quite a formidable jury, so I think we'll reveal a lot more as we go along.
This is an amazing platform, I think, today what you're doing.
Honoring the masters who define our creative landscape. Coming soon on the NDTV network.
It is Asia's richest civic body. 2026 begins with Big Bang BMC poll. High stakes Mumbai battle loading. Can BJP extend Maha winning streak? Existential fight for the Sena. Can the Congress strike a comeback? Maha civic body, massive implications. NDTV tracks the Maha build-up, battleground BMC.
Are you ready for the best show in town? NDTV Golf Pro-Am, we are coming to your city. Stay tuned.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV News.
Welcome back. I'm your automate Siddharth Sharma. Now, there is a saying that 4 wheels move your body and 2 wheels move your soul. So up next, Anirban Mitra tells you everything that's revving up in the world of 2-wheelers in the year 2026. And yes, electric is the buzzword here too.
If you have been on the fence about owning a new two-wheeler, hold on to it a little longer as we guide you to explore what's coming to the market in 2026. From electrics to adventure motorcycles, saddle up as we are about to zip through the coolest yet most important upcoming two-wheeler launches of 2026. Come 2026, we'll get to meet the C6. And what makes it special? The brand's first electric motorcycle will be an agile city rider loaded with an electric motor, super cool tech, and still have Royal Enfield's DNA. While the C6 will steal the show, Royal Enfield also plans to launch the Himalayan 750 and Bullet 650 hitting the roads for the loyal fans. But do not expect the REC6 to be an affordable e-bike. Prices are expected to be north of 2 lakh rupees on this. Next up, Yamaha Aerox. A popular nameplate in scooter market, Aerox is all set to go electric in 2026. The electric avatar of this maxi scooter blends performance, practicality and style. Yamaha showed us a glimpse of the Aerox E in 2025 and it looked promising. It is powered by a 9.4 kilowatt motor using a 3 kilowatt hour battery and has a claimed range of 106 kilometers. This scooter is expected to be priced around 2 lakh rupees ex-showroom. This is one of the most awaited BMW GS models, and it is also on its way for you in 2026. The F450 GS will soon be the entry point to the BMW motorcycles. The production-ready variant was showcased at EICMA 2025. The twin-cylinder motorcycle will be manufactured in India for the world. In terms of specification, the F450GS delivers 48 horsepower and 43 Nm of peak torque. It promises to be punchy on highways and comfortable for long distances. It might even be the most expensive entry-level adventure tourer in India, with prices expected to start above 4 lakh rupees ex-showroom. Next up is the ultraviolet Shockwave. It will be the first of its kind lightweight electric enduro motorcycle in India. Bengaluru-based Ultraviolet Automotive is all set to redefine the electric motorcycle game. Its pricing has already grabbed eyeballs with the pre-launch bookings opening at 1,50,000 rupees ex-showroom. Loaded with plethora of features, the Shockwave offers switchable dual-channel ABS, LED lights, 4 levels of traction control and 6 levels of dynamic regeneration. Expect the real-world range of around 150 kilometers and a top speed of 120 clicks an hour. Now in 2025, GST benefits played a key role for motorcycle companies to decide what engine options will suit their plans. Bajaj was quick to react to this, and we could see all the Bajaj and Triumph 400cc lineup downsized to a new 350cc engine. So expect your Triumph Speed 400 to become Speed 350 and your Pulsar NS 400Z to be christened as NS 350Z. And that's not all. 2026 is expected to be full of fireworks, with Brixton's new adventure motorcycle, KTM's entry-level RC and TVS-backed Norton making its India debut.
Well, it's time to check out some of the coolest viral moments of the year 2025. Amulya rounds this one up. Let's roll.
This year, cars and bikes didn't just drive headlines, they hijacked your For You page, stole your timelines, broke your algorithms, and turned gearheads into meme lords. Buckle up, this year-enders got more twists than a rally stage. Starting the story with the superhero moment. Mahindra rolled out the BE6E in full Batmobile swagger, with matte wrap, glowing accents, and alloys that practically said, "I am vengeance." For the first time, an Indian car maker teamed up with DC, and the internet lost its collective mind. Suddenly, timelines were flooded with one line: India's Batmobile is here. And that was pure Gotham energy, straight out of Mahindra's plant. While Mahindra was moving in the shadows, there were Chinese manufacturers trying to launch themselves into the light. Chery, a Chinese car maker that tried to steal Range Rover's glory and ended up with a failure. Social media started blasting them with roasts. The clip looped for days, becoming a major disaster for brands. For many, it became proof that one epic flop beats 1,000 spec sheep. Tata Motors in 2025 decided to crash the party literally. They didn't bring fur and fangs, but chrome and curves. Enter the Sierra comeback. Suddenly, nostalgia hit like a speeding SUV. But Tata wasn't done. Instead of just revealing the price, they flexed the Sierra's strength in the most dramatic way possible, by smashing one Sierra into another. Forget walls, this was Sierra versus Sierra, and the internet ate it up. Up next, we have diplomacy's most desi moment. Vladimir Putin touched down in Delhi. You'd expect a shiny limo parade, right? Wrong. Instead, PM Modi slides into the passenger seat of a white, made-in-India Toyota Fortuner, and the Russian president sat next to him. Forget the motorcade glamour. This was a casual airport cruise that screamed SUVs are greater than sedans. And the internet? It went into overdrive. Fortuner owners suddenly felt like they were a part of an elite diplomatic club. Memes popped faster than traffic jams in Mumbai. Did sales spike overnight? Hard to say. But one thing is for sure, Fortuner owners flexed harder than ever. WhatsApp groups lit up, reels showed proud owners polishing their SUVs, and caption read, "Diplomatic duties, but make it desi." Finally, we have our final stop in Abu Dhabi. This is where Lando Norris F1's fairy tale got to its happy end. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix showdown wasn't just another race. It was F1's feel-good finale of the decade, with a three-way battle and the kind of sporting moments that makes you believe in fairy tale endings. Abu Dhabi is the place where Lando Norris finally won his championship battle. This wasn't just another race. This was a feel-good finale that everyone needed, like F1's version of a blockbuster rom-com with Papaya Power as its hero. Think about it, for Lando, years of near misses, memes and Lando curses, jokes, and then boom, World Driver Champion glory. This year's Formula One title was straight out of a blockbuster movie, with a three-way battle going on and Lando Norris winning the World Driver Championship despite coming third in the last race of the season. The internet ate it up, and people rejoiced that a new 35th champion of Formula One was born.
From all your NDTV automates, have a fantastic new year. Do not forget to follow us on YouTube, Instagram and Twitter for all the latest updates and behind the scene action. Until next time, wear a seatbelt, follow speed limits and respect the drivers around you. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Front lines of Kargil, the fury of Operation Sindhu,
so many attacks,
the chaos and cries of disaster zones, to fighter jet cockpits, and the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break, live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France, in Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Som for NDTV.
Vishnu Som. Only on NDTV.
This was one of the most magical, mystical performances we've seen.
This is like a shrine.
Coming and listening to you is like seeing a maestro perform at that shrine.
I think it was when he had sang himself for the longest Kavani. Yes, that for me was special.
When the first claps came in, I think my only prayers was all of you should be healed. May God give you a lot of prosperity, health, love, long life.
I was mesmerized.
I think it is one of the most magical evenings that I've spent.
बहुत ही अच्छा.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, Rahman is unmatchable.
It connected me to some spirituality.
This is India for me. This is India. This India I grew up, and this India I'm seeing now. It'll never change.
When you have somebody like A.R. Rahman, legend, maestro, I don't know which word should we choose. It was just a treat.
Pulling us into this country.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. Stop. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
41 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They are now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control.
11 persons dead in Indore toxic water case. A 5-month-old baby, a 5-month-old boy, Avyan, has also been found dead. The family has sought justice. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister has assured a proper probe while the opposition continues to slam the BJP. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat now calls for Hindu unity yet again. Congress has slammed the RSS for its divisive politics. India bloc allies urge action on Congress Tamil Nadu debt post. Congress warns, don't interfere in our internal matters. In a tragic incident, 4th Bangladeshi Hindu has been attacked. Khokon Das fighting for life after a brutal mob attack. The new year has not been great in certain parts of the world. 40 people have been killed during a Swiss New Year party. After the lynching of Deepu Das and the murder of Amrit Mondal, yet another incident of violence against a Hindu man has emerged in Bangladesh. This is a man named Khokon Das. He was attacked on the 31st of December. Khokon Das is now in the hospital. He's battling for his life. He was attacked on his way back home. He was attacked with sharp weapons. He was set on fire by a mob and he was left badly injured. He survived by jumping into a pond. Police have now identified 2 suspects and an investigation is underway to arrest them.
You know, for an Indian journalist at this moment, not very conducive to go inside. We did, in fact, try to go and I went to the reception emergency gate and try and inquire about the current status of Khokon Das, the man who was... he's in the series of attacks that have taken place against minorities, especially the Hindus. The place where he lives, Shariatpur, is about 150 kilometers from Dhaka. It's a 2-hour drive. What we know is when the entire world was, all set to welcome the new year, it was last night. He is the owner of a small medical shop there. And after, shuttering down his shop, he was on his way home when a few people attacked him. First, he was stabbed. And then when he recognized 2 of the assailants, he was, petrol was put on him and he was lit on fire. In order to save himself, he jumped in a pond near the attack, where the place where he was attacked, and it was the locals who raised, their voices, and only then he was able to come out of that pond, and then was taken to the local hospital, where after the first aid, he was sent to this hospital because his situation remains to be in critical condition. He is in the intensive care unit. His wife is also inside. I tried to speak to her at this moment. She's not in a position to speak. We will, in fact, later try and get a reaction from her as well on what's happening. The police is trying to paint this as a case of dacoity, as people, those who were trying to